think we're live. Yeah. I think. Yep, I'm live. Alright, there we go. We're all set up for real now. Let me copy link. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bow. Boom. Let me test to make sure the chat's good. Hey gamers, but with a Z. Did it work? Does Hey Gamers show up? Yeah, it does. Alright, cool. Yo, Petrol! How's it going, man? What's good, cuh? It has been a hot ass minute since I've done a stream. Well, I did it like a couple days ago, but it's been a while since I've done it consistently enough for people to remember I'm alive. How's it going, man? It has been a little while. How's Ingerland? How is it across the pond? Also, I'm writing, or I'm like posting a thingy online for the stream, so that's why I'm not super duper talkative at the moment. The last time you caught, you were 17 and you just turned 20? It has been about 3 years since the Lego Star Wars stuff. That's like the last time I was really consistently streaming, I think. Anti-gooning laws? Damn. I'm sorry for your loss. That is wacky that it's been 3 years. It doesn't even feel that long. I feel like the Lego Star Wars like just came out, but now they're coming out with Lego Batman. So it has been a while. Come join the stream. I made a retake on Smash 64's roster and extended it. Hell yeah. Welcome to the stream, Float Deluxe. Making a total of 24 characters. I think we'll be doing a couple extra. Though I was thinking about it. I think it would be cool to go through... obviously, we're going to go through all the characters, and whatever just off the cuff I feel deserves to be in my personal Smash game, it'll be whatever number it is. I'm not going to go overboard and add every single character, of course, but I think it would be a fun experiment once I've completed the entire stream, or once I've completed the entire roster and everything, that I then have to cut down on, like, the roster size. So then, like, I would cut it down to the amount that they have in Ultimate, which is like 85 or something. And then I'd cut it down to Smash 4, which is like 50 something. And then to Brawl, and then to Melee. And then all the way down to 64 size. So, like, basically just squishing down this roster to a total of 12 characters to see who makes it to the very, very end. I think that would be really fun. Once I've, you know, done everything. Link. Alright, there we go. Paste. Done. Just add Jigglypuff in the next update of your game as a surprising DLC. No! Jigglypuff deserves to not be in the game. Once I've finished setting up everything... Hold on, I'm just posting a little story for it right now. But I'll do a quick explanation for y'all that didn't watch the last stream where I made the initial ranking. But I've been trying to add links to like a TikTok story, but I have no idea how to do that. I know they have like a sticker probably, but hashtag poll donation location. How do you... I still don't know. That's okay. I don't need to do a TikTok thing. Scrap Ice Climbers because it's probably impossible to add a duo. Honestly, yeah. So, just a quick little recap for y'all that didn't watch the last stream. Here is like an overview, kind of general quick thingy of my philosophy when it comes to doing this tier list. Obviously, iconography is a big one, but the second one for me is variety. If a franchise is popular and they have a lot of really cool, unique characters, then I'm gonna add a lot of those. But I feel like if a character needs some tweaking, or if they're like super unique, I will prioritize those over like iconography in a series. For example, if I was Mr. Sakurai, if I was making Smash, then I would give Mario a little bit of a tweaking, a little bit of a retweaking. Luigi would be a little more... I want to see him do more stuff with the Poltergust. I don't want him to be super duper similar to Mario. I like where he is with like the tornado and whatever. But I think he could do... What am I thinking? The missile, not the tornado. But I think he'd be a little more unique. Similar with Wario. If they leaned more into the Wario Land aspect, like with the shake mechanic, or anything like that, I think that could be a more diverse grouping. Daisy, I said in the last stream, she wouldn't just be Peach, but again, I'm removing the idea of Echo Fighters. Anybody added to the game, if they're a clone, they're going to be a skin, you know? I could even make a whole tier just for skins if they're super similar. But if I feel like a character has enough of their own sauce going on, then 100% I will make them unique. Wario, for example, Daisy, for example, I would make her a little more themed around like the spin-offs, like sports and stuff, right? So like instead of Peach's side smash being a mixture of like the tennis racket or the golf club or whatever, I would make it more like I don't know, like a really hard smack, or like Toad jumps out to attack. But Daisy, I would give her like the Wii Fit Trainer volleyball kind of move. I'd give her like a golf club smack. I'd give her the Mario Strikers soccer ball. Like I think it would be cool to make her themed around the spin-offs, or like the Mario Sports, because she's more like energetic and sporty and all that. Just to diversify her more from Peach. Rosalina, she's super unique. I like that. Bowser, of course. Bowser Jr., of course. DK, I think would be cool. I don't think they would add like the digging mechanics from from Bonanza. If they had trouble coding in Steve, I don't imagine they'd give DK the ability to just break the stage. But I don't know, I think they added a lot of cool moves to him in Bonanza from what I've seen, that they could give him a tweaking, or they could tweak his moveset in a new Smash game. Same thing with Diddy, possibly. K. Rool's got to be in there, of course. Link and Link, I'll be honest. I said this last stream, but I'll be super honest. I'm not a big fan of having 3 Links in the game because of their current state. It's not because I don't like Link, but because all 3 of them are just the same fucking guy. One of them is Link, but with the Breath of the Wild bomb. One of them is Link, but he's got the fire arrow and regular bombs. And one of them is Toon Link, who has a straight drop down sword dive move, and he's smaller and faster or something. If I'm adding a Link, he's got to be special. So, regular Link, I'm just using the regular Ocarina of Time Link version, but he's just going to be OG classic Link, like regular bombs, regular boomerang, all that stuff. For young Link, I would make it so he would use the Majora's Masks, or not the Majora, the masks from Majora's Mask, to kind of like Byleth. Each direction or each special move has like a different mask's properties being used. So like, I think I said the up special would be Deku, like Deku Link. The right specials would be Zora, and the down special would be Goron. And then the final smash could be turned into it's not Great Deity Link. What's this called? What's that link called? This one, Fierce Deity Link. That would be the final smash. Zelda, I like how she is. She's super cool. With like the more magical properties. And I was thinking the reason Toon Link is in maybe is because you could make him way more based off of the Toon Adventures. The one of the games currently is just based on regular ass Wind Waker Link. But Mewtwo and Ganondorf mini bosses, that would be sick. Just have little mini bosses for all of the main bad guys for like the end, kind of like what they're doing or what they did in Ultimate. Like you fight Ganon at the end of Link's classic run. That would be dope. But like Toon Link, you've got Minish Cap, you've got the Oracle of Ages and Seasons, you've got 4 Swords. You know, there's so many Toon games. You've got Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass. You could give Zelda's Phantom Knight move to Toon Link, and that could be a really unique thing. Like instead of a bomb, he gets the knight. You know. But that's why he's in maybe, because I kind of like Zelda having that too. Ganondorf, I'd want to make him more like a warlock. Sheik's, I like for the diversity, but she might be shifted around. Samus, Zero Suit, and Ridley, of course. Yoshi, of course. Kirby, of course. Everybody, of course. You'll notice there's no Falco. He's in a solid maybe. And I said this before. I think the only reason that characters like Fox or Ness or Lucas or Falco or whoever are you know still around, or they're still contentious for being in a Smash game, Ness especially, is because he was in the first one. And Falco because of the iconography of like, you know, Smash Melee, Fox Falco only, no items, Final Destination. You know, like if Smash had not put Ness in, you know, 64, nobody would have cared that he wasn't in Smash, you know? And especially because Ness and Lucas had to dip and hit the Benjamin, and I'm so dazed. Bro, calm down. You needed to hit the Benjamin while watching a Smash tier list? It must have been crazy, bro. Um, not that I think um, you think a different fairy type would have replaced Jigglypuff. I 100% agree. That is exactly why I removed her, because Jigglypuff in Smash, same thing with Ness, and kind of with Falco. If they were not in, if Ness and Jigglypuff were not in the original Smash Brothers, they never would have been added in a future Smash Brothers game. Same thing with Falco, same thing with Dr. Mario. These guys are copies, they are clones. Same with Pichu. These are just clone characters, even kind of similar with Young Link, but we can tweak him with the Majora's Mask ideas I had. I'm going for variety, I'm going for worthwhile changes, and I'm going for like representation. So that's my ideas, so far. Smashing my bros till we brawl. Smashing my bros till I ultimate. So that's why Falco's like maybe. Fox is here just for the, he's the Fox or Star Fox rep, but also I don't know if I would keep him legitimately because Star Fox they haven't done anything super unique or special since I guess Star Fox Adventures. If there was a new Star Fox game that revitalized the franchise, 100% no doubt, put him in. But currently, I'm feeling maybe not. So far, Pokemon's looking pretty chill. I love the idea of Pokemon trainers staying in, of course. Mewtwo, of course. Pikachu, of course. Captain Falcon, kind of similar to Fox, except he's literally, like, I don't know who else you would put in to represent the F-Zero series. Maybe, like, that devil-looking guy. Fire Emblem, I'm not a Fire Emblem guy, but I do recognize its importance to Nintendo and Smash Brothers in general. So that's why they have a few reps in there. Marth for being the first one, Ike for being unique to Mark. He's got like the big sword. And Byleth for being kind of a representation of all the different types of weapons that you can use in Smash Brothers. She has the bow, she has the sword and the whip, and then she's got the big club mace thing. And so far, because like Robin's down here, Corrin's down here, and Ike and Roy are there too. I'm trying to not have it bloated with a ton of similar characters. Game & Watch and Pit and Snake and Sonic for iconography, and also like Snake and Sonic for like the third-party reps, of course. Olimar because Pikmin's fucking huge now, but also kind of similar to Captain Falcon. I don't know who else you would add from Pikmin other than the main guy to get the mechanics across. Same thing with Villager, Mega Man, Pac-Man. We're getting down to like you're just representing the franchise. Oh, and Mii's, 100%. Because if anybody's not on the list, you can make a Mii about them, right? The maybe tier, it's full of a couple stinkers, but a couple bangers that I have reasons for. Ness, I've already explained. Falco, I've already explained. Ice Climbers, we've already got the classic rep, and similar to Ness, I don't think you would ever add Ice Climbers to a new Smash Brothers game because they literally have only had one game. People just wanted them in Ultimate because they were in Melee, which everybody liked. Same thing with Roy. Dark Pit, it could be a skin. He could be a skin of Pit. It doesn't have to be that crazy. Lucario and Greninja and Incineroar. I really love Incineroar and how he plays, but I feel like we could do better in terms of 3 additional, Pokemon reps. We can get more diverse and more unique with it. Especially if we already have a fire type rep, Rob, we already have a classic rep, but maybe I would add him. Same with Duck Hunt, with the Ice Climber argument. I already talked Toon Link. Little Mac, I love Little Mac. I think he's cool, but also kind of like Star Fox, he hasn't had a game in like 10 years, maybe like 15 years even. If we got a new Punch-Out game, that would be amazing. Ken, he's just very similar to Ryu. I feel like there's Street Fighter characters further down here. Hold on, where are they? Yeah, look at all these Street Fighter characters. There's so many good options down here. So I want to keep some slots open for a Street Fighter additional Street Fighter rep. Same thing with, the Castlevania thing. I don't think we need Richter. We could probably swap him out for fucking Alucard. Joker, I think he's cool, like repping an entire series, and Persona 5 is huge, so I'm thinking about it, but for now I'm gonna keep him out. I'll come back to maybe once I've gone through the whole list. Banjo-Kazooie, also I want to put him in, but they've only had like 3 games, and the last one was nuts and bolts, so that's why he's in maybe, because he maybe will go to yes. Terry, kind of like, he's the fighting game rep for SNK, but we already have like a super dedicated fight. Like, Ryu is Mr. Fighting Game. I don't know if we would need a Terry, or even if we did want someone from SNK, we have better options. We have more unique options than just buff guy. Pyra/Mythra, maybe, because Shulk is really cool. He's got the Monado blade with the different types of things that you can buff up. And these guys have a fun, kind of like Zelda Sheik from Melee mechanic, where they swap between each other. And then Sora I just put in maybe because I fucking love Sora, but I don't think with my Smash game, with all the characters, with all the new characters that we have to go through, I don't know if we would have enough of a budget to pay our Lord and Savior Mickey Mouse for the rights to get Sora in the game. So that's why he's in maybe. Straight up no's are like costumes and stuff, but I might make it. You know what? Do you think I should make like a costume tier? I think I could maybe go through that later, but just to like split it up a little bit more. But I think Jigglypuff definitely should not be in. Dr. Mario probably should not be in, just because they're so unique or ununique. They're so similar to other fighters already. Same thing. These guys would just be skins. These are all skins. Wolf, similar to Falco. If Falco's not getting in, Wolf would not get in. Wii Fit Trainer, I think, because I think Ring Fit Trainer is later down here. I would swap them out. These guys are just, they're already up here. Palutena, I don't think we need Palutena personally. I think other characters have the tanky shield magic lady shtick down a little better. Oh, my phone! Ah! I don't really want the Koopalings. I'd rather it be Bowser Jr. with the color schemes of the Koopalings, just to make it a little, more focused on Bowser Jr. But I understand why they put them in, because what if I just really want to play as fucking Wendy? I can't. I'm itching to play as Wendy. Isabelle, similar. We only need one rep for Animal Crossing, in my opinion, because she's just very similar to Villager. I love Piranha Plant, but he is kind of like a goofy character. I think I would rather remove Piranha Plant and put in a more unique Mario fighter. These guys are skins. Min Min, I don't even need to explain why she's not going in there. And the rest of these are already here. But anyway, now that I've done all that, I've kind of given my recap, and y'all can scroll back and skim through my reasoning, just in case you show up later if you're like, why the fuck is Jigglypuff and no? Why is Ness and maybe? But so far this is what we got. I feel like this is pretty concise, and if this was the Smash roster I got, I would be really happy already. But we got some more to go through. We've gone through the characters that have already been in Smash. but now we're gonna go through the characters from the franchises that are already in Smash, but the characters are not, you know? So we're gonna go through like the Mario characters and DK and Zelda and blah blah blah. And then I think around here-ish? Yeah, around here when we get to, where is it? This guy from Advance Wars. That's when we get to just new characters from new franchises. So we're going to do our best to get through all these extra characters from all these other franchises in this stream. Maybe we can do a little more, but we'll see how it goes. Off the cuff, I don't think Birdo would be a unique enough character. The only stuff that she's done uniquely from like Yoshi or something would be shooting an egg. But I feel like if you made Birdo a skin of Yoshi, you could just change the Yoshi egg throwing animation into a Birdo spitting animation, and then the rest of the moveset can be just fine. Boom Boom and Pom Pom, no. They're not getting in. I'm sorry if they're your favorite, but no. Cackletta? Probably not. I don't think of all the Mario and Luigi characters that could get in, I feel like Fawful would be more likely. So I'm gonna put him in maybe, just because he's around a little bit more and he's way more of a fan favorite. No Boom Boom, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. Was he your favorite? Do you want me to put Boom Boom in for you? Your only moves, your only moves are run left and right and flail your arms. That's it. It's a very easy character to play. Captain Toad, Boom Boom is a necessity. Alright, you know what? We'll come back to him. Well, I'll put Boom Boom in maybe. We'll deliberate, alright? Captain Toad. I think he would be really cool and unique for like a Toad rep, I guess. But bro can't jump. He wouldn't be able to do anything. Count Bleck, kind of similar to Cackletta. Super cool guy. I love him. But I don't know if you would want to get a Paper Mario rep before some certain other Paper Mario reps. Same thing with Mr. Jester guy. What's his name? Like Duo or like Domino or something? I forget this guy's name all the time. Probably not gonna get in. I think it would be funny if like whenever he gets hit, he doesn't die. He just like falls apart and then comes back. Like a unique thing. But I don't know what kind of mechanic you would give him. Dry Bowser would be a skin. Egad, I think he's a little too old. You could have him in the game by making him part of Luigi's taunts. Kind of like a Palutena talking to Luigi taunt. Or a Palutena talking to Pit type of taunt. Geno, I haven't played Paper Mario, Mario RPG, but I know how popular Geno is. So he's going in a maybe. We can deliberate that later. 100%. He's definitely not gonna get in. Gooigi would be a skin. Me too! Dry Bowser as a skin makes so much sense, and I don't know why they haven't done it. I don't think there's any skeleton characters in Smash Brothers either. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's like some laws in Japan where having a skeleton as a prevalent thing is like weird. But Dry Bowser as a skin makes too much. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna make a whole new tier for skins, and we'll make it blue, right? These guys, skins for Link, skins for Zelda, skins for Ganondorf, skins for Meta Knight and Wario, for Ike. This can be like different skins. I think it would be cool if each of the Pokemon trainers was, hey, Hey Bailey, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. But like these guys could be the different protagonist skins from each Pokemon game. So like you can have the Scarlet and Violet Pokemon skin, you know? These guys are already, you know... I'm gonna make another tier. Add one above, not applicable. And I'm gonna keep this one because, you know, there's some characters that, like the Miis, they're already in. I don't need to have them around in 3 separate slots, you know? Doing a Lord of the Rings marathon, hell yeah! That's awesome! Are you doing the extended versions or the regular theatrical release? Oh yeah, here's all the Koopalings, blah blah blah. Ridley skin, Isabelle not, these guys are skins. These guys are skins. This is a not applicable because I already have them combined over here. Alright, we're all good now. Oh wait, boom, a skin and a skin. No nerd Koopaling? What nerd Koopaling? What are you talking about? This guy? No Iggy? No Ziggy? No Lemmy? They're skins. They don't deserve their own unique mechanics. Goomba? That's like that's an assist trophy, you know? You know what? We could even do a whole extra tier for assist trophies. Like, we could get really nitty gritty with this shit. But for now, I'll keep it to skins and maybe and all that stuff. In fact, I'm gonna put skins at the top just to get it out of the main of the way. Out of the way of the main yes, maybe, and no. Hammer Bro, I think he's already an assist trophy, isn't he? Yeah, of course the extended edition's good. Yeah, Hammer Bro for sure. Probably not Goomba when Mario jumps on its fat forehead. Imagine playing the Goomba and you have a taunt that just makes you go flat. And it's like the Luigi planking emote where it just makes you dodge everything. King Bob-omb could be a fun, like, stage hazard. Or like an assist trophy where he just sits there and if he gets hit, he like counts down, and if he gets hit enough, he just fucking nukes everyone on the stage. But I don't think he would make for a good character, because all he does is walk and pick you up. King Boo, that's definitely a stage hazard. If there was like a Luigi's Mansion stage, but like the King Boo fight or something like that, that could be cool. Koopas! If we really want to get into it, King Bob on stage. Yeah, let me add a new tier for stage hazard. I didn't know Beetle was in Smash Bros. He's not. This is a list of like a billion characters, and I'm going through them all as if I was Masahiro Sakurai. So he might get it. Who knows? Beetle might be in the game. But I know for damn sure the piano from Mario 64 is not gonna get in. Mallow, I mean, he's a unique character, but I don't think he's as much of a fan favorite as Geno. Metal Mario, that's a skin. Oh wait, you know what? That's not even like a skin. That's an item in the game. The metal cap's already in the game. Piano stage hazard? Honestly true. If there was like a Haunted Mansion... Oh, if they just like update the Luigi's Mansion one, but give it the Mario piano, that would be cool. Monty Mole, that's a stage hazard. He's not a character. Mr. L, that's gotta be a skin. Come on now. Don't be silly now. Uh, Nabbit is an interesting one. I feel, well, I mean, Nabbit doesn't really do anything except steal items. But he's in that one. Is he an assist trophy already? Like he just grabs people and jumps off the stage with them? Because I feel like that's kind of perfect for Nabbit. Or is he only? Yeah, he's a Nabbit assist trophy for sure. You know what? Fuck it. We'll we'll make a new tier. We'll call it assist trophy, and we'll make it purple, right? All right, skins and assist trophies, right? Assist trophy slash item slash stage hazard. Well, no, probably not an item. Trophy slash stage hazard, right? I feel like Piranha Plant would do that actually. Yeah, Dry Bones, he could like pop up. Finally, the stage hazard tier. We're getting technical with this, you know? Goomba, definitely an item or like an assist trophy. Hammerbro, he's already won. King Bob-omb for sure. Yeah, these guys are all... These are like prime characters. All the Mario characters are so primed for just not being a main character, but being on a stage hazard, you know? Like that would be awesome. Ooh, Paper Mario? 100%. If I was Masahiro Sakurai, I'm putting him in the game. I don't know why they haven't had Paper Mario put into Smash already. You know, people love Paper Mario. They love the games. They love the mechanics. Could you imagine if his fighting style, like he attacked maybe a little slow, but say you hit the A button to like start the attack, you could like hit the A button again when you hit somebody. Like if he has a hammer, you know, he charges it up. But if you hit somebody and then you hit the button again, it does like fucking insane damage. It's like a Mr. Game & Watch number 9. Like it's a timing based character. That could be so cool. But you could also, you know, go more of the paper route where like his up special, he could jump up really high and then turn into a paper airplane and you know, fly up and down and all that. Or like turn into like a flat piece of paper and just kind of be invincible for a little bit. I think Paper Mario as a character would be so cool. So if I could be in charge, I would put him in for sure. Pauline, she would be in the background of a stage, but she wouldn't be a hazard. Like she would just be singing, you know. Peachette, I mean, probably a skin, but I don't know why you'd want to play as her. Petey Piranha, that's just, he's a part of the... Paper Mario should be like a mini tank. That would be fun. Just like a dense motherfucker. Even but he's made of paper though. Why won't this paper rip? Petey Piranha would be a stage hazard or something. Or he could be like a quick version of the... like if we're getting rid of Piranha Plant, it could be like a quick... You know, like the cage swinging move that he does. Finish the marathon. Yeah, go ahead. Finish that marathon, man. That sounds fucking awesome. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Prince Peasley? Nah. Spike, though? Easy assist trophy. This guy? The Starman? Probably not. You never seen Lord of the Rings? Bruh. You gotta fix that. Those movies are wonderful. For the longest time, I'd only seen the first one, but I just sat down one weekend and watched all 3, and they're wonderful. They're truly fantastic movies. Talking Flower, nah. He'd be like on a new Mario Wonder stage or something. Spike as a Bowser Jr. skin could be cool. That would be cool. Just like Spike flying around in the Koopa car. What else we got? Tatanga or whatever this guy's name is, the boss from Mario Land. Nah. Toad. I don't think he would be. He's already kind of a part of Peach's moveset. I don't think any of the Toads are like unique enough to be their own characters, because all Toad's been in is spin-offs and Mario Party and whatever. He's kind of like the help guy. So I feel like Daisy kind of covers the spin-off sections of Mario. Vivian. I feel like she's super unique. She's definitely one of the more popular Paper Mario characters. But we have Paper Mario though. Waluigi is in Surely. I mean, fucking come on. I would be an idiot if I didn't add Waluigi into the game. I think it would be so cool if you went because Daisy is more of the sports side of the Mario spin-offs. I would make it so Waluigi is more the Mario Party and like the weird spin-offs character. So like you know how Luigi had that really weird ass taunt, or not the taunt. He had that really weird make him the Shaggy. Well, that's kind of what I was thinking. You know, like Luigi in Brawl, his final smash was like a fucking like dance that made everybody either fall asleep or like made him blow up or something. I think if you made Waluigi's final smash his fucking like DDR Mario remix dance or whatever, and it's a similar thing, you know, I think that could be really fun. Because Waluigi's a weird fucking guy. And I think putting him as like the weird Mario spin-offs character would be really cool. Give him like a crazy jump, like a waggle foot jump. Give him like Mario Party dice and Mario Party items to like throw at people or to like use on himself so he's even stronger. Like make him fucking weird. Make him the most complex character of the entire Mario roster. And I think that would be amazing for a character like him. Just make him chaotic. Everybody else is like normal. Waluigi's a freak. But then imagine you skim through the live stream and feel like Jigglypuff can still make it because she has a history where she's nearly been cut. The still returns because she's easy to add. At the most, she's a maybe. I kind of agree, but also I said this before. The only, and you kind of mentioned this, Phantom. The only reason Jigglypuff, I think, is in Smash Brothers, like all the other games, is because she's the legacy pick. You know, she was in the first game. Similar to Ness, I'll go ahead, you know, just for you, Phantom, put her in maybe. But I think in terms of uniqueness, we could do, yeah, make Jigglypuff part of a Pokeball item where her main thing could be sleep or something. Because she's kind of just Kirby, but with the rest and the sleep mechanics and the rollout. But I'll put her in maybe for now because she is more unique than like Luigi was to Mario. The only reason Luigi's in there is because of like he's Luigi. But yeah, Jigglypuff is in maybe now. Y'all have convinced me. You know, we have enough Jigglypuff lovers. Make Incineroar a cameo. I love Incineroar, but like I said before, I feel like we've got a lot of good Pokemon. Look at this. The Pokemon tier is just, it fills up the whole screen. We've got a lot of options to go through when it comes to Pokemon. But we'll get there. But yeah, what you were saying, Petrol, either super complex or super simple but really strong. Yeah, I would go the weird route with Waluigi regardless. Um, Wart, nah, get him out. Aura, Wart is definitely not gonna be in the game. But we did it through Mario. Yay, Mario characters. And now DK. I don't like this sly motherfucker. Chunky. He's cool, but he'd be in the background, you know? If there is a Donkey Kong... First of all, why hasn't there been like a Donkey Kong house kind of stage? You know, like you fight on his house in the DK jungle and like the banana pits down in the corner or something. That should be a stage, 100%. But if there was a stage like that, Chunky would be in the background being silly, right? Cranky had Chunky, but it's his grave in Luigi's Mansion map. That would be, you know what? Yeah, he would just be in the stage. Dixie Kong, 100%. She's so unique with her like double jump mechanic. You can even have like an ice climber situation with Diddy and Dixie. I don't know, but I think it's silly that Dixie Kong hasn't been put into the game. I'm kind of feeling the same with Cranky Kong, because he's got like the DuckTales mechanics, like the pogo stick and whatever. Maybe you could like charge up a stronger move. Like the more bounces you do consecutively with your pogo stick, the more powerful he attacks on the next time. Bugsy would probably be a fighter or an assist trophy. We need to make his down special similar to Pokemon Trainer. Who's Bugsy? Is that a character on here? Hold on. Oh shit! Yeah, you're looking like way down the line. We're not there yet. I was like, I don't know any Bugsy characters from DK. We'll get there, I promise. I promise, Float. DK Jr., probably not. Funky Kong, that's a skin. Funky Kong is a DK skin. Unless you just wanted to make him, like... That's all the choices I have. That's fair, you know. When we get to Bugsy, I'll let you be the one to pick where he goes. How about that? Kiddy Kong, probably not. A Kremling, maybe like an assist trophy, because they're kind of basic, you know. Maybe they could like throw something. Yeah, it's the Dry Bowser for DK. These are like unique characters, but not unique enough for them to be like a whole different fighter. You know what I mean? Lanky Kong? Nah. Also, this is funny. Whoever made this tier list specifically made Lanky closer. Every other character you can... I can't make any ideas for your roster. That's all I have. Well, okay then. Bugsy will be an assist trophy then. But I'll put him there when we get to him. But Lanky's like really close to the screen. I don't know how I feel about that. Walrus Boss? Probably not. The Tiki Boss? Probably not. Tiny Kong? Probably not. But I mean, hey. We got Dixie. She's cool. And like a possible Cranky. And now we're on Zelda. Beetle? Probably not. He's a store guy. He's a shopkeeper. Unless he had just access to all these bugs. But like I've never looked at Beetle and been like, God, I can't wait to play as him. You know? Bokoblin? Maybe an assist trophy, but I'm not even sure that would be interesting. It would be kind of like a Kremlin, you know? Like they just kind of run forward and attack. Oh, hold on. Let me get all these guys together. We've got the 4 champions. and I had an idea, and I want to run it by y'all. Um, this is kind of going back to how I felt about the Breath of the Wild Link, and how the only thing they changed with him, where is he? Right here. The only thing they changed with Breath of the Wild Link compared to classic Link is they gave him the remote bomb. But I feel like they could have taken it a step further and given him like the moves from each of the champions. Cause like I don't feel like I can add just one champion, you know? It's either all of them or none of them. And we've already got, you know, a few reps for Zelda. And I mean it would work. So I'm gonna put him in maybe, just because I don't want to bloat the roster. But like they're all unique enough. They're all like popular characters. They all have unique mechanics. But I can't just add one of them. If they were a part of the Breath of the Wild Link moveset, like the up special for Breath of the Wild Link was Revali's Gale, or the down special was the Goron Shield, or the side special was the the electricity spin thing. That would be cool. But in terms of these being their own characters, I don't know. Unless you know so little about Link. It's a broad series, so it's kind of tough to know everything. Unless you're like me, who's way too into it. Demise, that's a skin. That's a skin for Ganondorf. Put him up here with the other Ganons. That would be a fucking fire skin for Ganondorf, honestly. Plus, like, the other ones here. The little egg bitch? Probably not. Fi or Fi? Probably not. I know that she has, like, fighting mechanics in Hyrule Warriors, but she's like the Navi. That's like making Navi a playable character. It's like I never looked at Fi and was like, I want to play her. Ganon, that's skins. What kind of tier list is this, bro? It's a crazy one. Don't worry about it. I'm going through a list of like a billion characters, and I'm saying I'm determining if I would put them into my own Smash Brothers. But these guys would definitely be skins. I don't know if you would, maybe you could, because Ganondorf's the fighter, and these guys are like Ganon, which is only for the final Smash, so I don't know. You ever used to think Link was named Zelda and Zelda was named Link when you were a kid? Fun fact, I didn't know shit about Legend of Zelda when I was a kid. My first exposure was in Brawl, because when my friend brought over Smash Brothers Brawl to play on the Wii, for like a party or something at my house, and he showed me the cover. Hold on, let me pull up the Smash Brawl cover. Look at this. I was shown this cover on Smash Brawl. I knew Mario and Peach. I knew no other character. I kind of knew Wario, but like I literally only knew Mario and Peach and Wario. I was so unknowing of every other character. Like I had no idea about Pokemon. I had no idea about Zelda. I had no idea about Metroid. I finished your thoughts on the Mario section. I'm a slow watcher. No problem with that. I think Pauline's a lock for Smash 6 since her appearance in Bonanza gives her a lot of work with. Oh, that's true. I didn't even think about Pauline being in the Bonanza and her being more of a character. Interesting. Huh. You know, I'll put her to maybe. For now, I will put her in maybe. Because I really love Pauline as a character. I was just thinking in terms of like fighting mechanics. I know that she uses her music in Bonanza to turn DK into like the Bonanza forms. But other than that, like she breaks like the seals on stuff. She's like, you know, singing character. But I don't know how that would translate to like her being it, you know. Smash 4 Sakurai added Rosalina because he wanted to make a puppet fighter. And with Pauline, I could see Sakurai doing a musical moveset for her. I could see that too. So I'll put her in maybe for now, and we can come back and like deliberate it. But I honestly completely forgot about like her mechanic and her like her role in Bonanza. And then you know we had some more ladies, more reps for the ladies. But yeah, we will 100% come back to Pauline. She's been put into maybe. And you know what? While I'm at it, Dr. Mario is going to be a skin for Mario. He has no business being his own unique character. Same thing with Dark Samus. And we're good. We are good for those characters now. Yeah, no reason for them to be their own unique guys. Girahim. This is Girahim, right? Yeah. I don't think he'd be a fighter. I mean, he can fight, obviously. But I don't know if he would be interesting / unique enough compared to some other characters on here. Same with Groose. The Guardian. Could you guys imagine if there was a Guardian assist trophy? That would be insane. Like an assist trophy, and it's kind of like a mother brain thing where it just spawns a Guardian and it sits there and just shoots big ass lasers around the place. And if you perfect reflect like a shield reflect on it, it went back like targeted on a different character. That would be fucking cool. If there was a Guardian stage a Guardian assist trophy, I would love that. Happy Mask Salesman, that's like a background guy. Hilda, that's a skin for Zelda. Impa. This is what I was thinking about before. Because Sheik is really cool. Sheik is a very cool character, but I'm kind of hesitant to keep her in because it's kind of, I don't want to say generic or simple, but you've only got like one game to base her moves off of, or his moves off of. So, because it's like you got the shuriken, you got the smoke bomb, all the ninja type things. But if I could choose, I would swap out Sheik for Impa, specifically Impa from the Breath of the Wild Hyrule Warriors game, because her mechanics are fucking cool. Like, she has some Naruto summoning jutsu shit. She like spawns frogs. She has her mechanics are awesome. I love that game. And I think it's a lot more interesting and unique compared to Sheik. But I don't know. What do y'all think? Should it just keep it to Sheik because Sheik's been in all the games, or swap her out for Impa because Impa's like super cool and unique? For now, I'll probably just keep her in maybe. But I really like that idea. And if she gets in, we can have Impa from regular Hyrule Warriors as a skin. There's this map guy. He's probably not getting in. There's a Deku, little Deku boy. Probably not. This guy, Mr. Tubby. Probably not gonna get in. He's funny. I like him, but he's probably not gonna get in. Impa, my opinion, put Wolf Link in the game. Wolf Link as a character would be so cool. and have it be like a duck hunt kind of thing, where like Wolf Link is doing the movement and like maybe some basic attacks, like biting or like jumping and leaping kind of thing. But Impa with like her big hand, like grabbing an enemy, or like whatchamacallit, like a hook shot kind of grab the ledge kind of thing. I think that could be such a cool new fighter for Smash. I would love that. And I think that's better than just having only Impa as a character. And you could have like a final Smash be like her spawning a little Twilight Realm bubble or whatever, and it does extra damage or something like that. Morshu from the CDI games. I don't think I would, but I don't want him to be mad at me, you know? Sorry, Link, I can't give you credit. Come back when you're a little, richer. Toad is a big 50-50 since he's still playable in 2D games. At the same time, I feel he's a long overdue character. I agree. I'll go ahead and put Toad in maybe. I was just thinking, like, how could I make him a unique Mario character, you know? Because we've got, like, a lot of Mario characters already, and I don't want to overbloat it. But I 100% agree, Toad deserves a slot just for iconography alone. I'm just wondering what he would do. But I'll put him in maybe, so we can talk about it later. 100%. Morshu, but his only attack is him beatboxing. 100%. An Octorok, that's a stage hazard, or that's an assist trophy actually. Just spawn a little guy. Ravio, probably not. He could be like the item guy, the item character for Link, for Legend of Zelda. But I think we could do better. Ooh, a Redead? That's an assist trophy. 100%. Ooh, Skull Kid. I am putting Skull Kid in. I think Skull Kid deserves a shot. Absolutely deserves a shot. I feel like he's got such a unique vibe to him. And it's kind of like if you don't have him in, you've only got Ganondorf. For like a villainous character, for like iconography reasons for Zelda. I think that would be a really cool addition. And you know, he's an assist trophy already, and people really love Skull Kid. His ultimate could be him spawning the fucking moon, you know? Instead of an assist trophy moon, just make Skull Kid's ult be the moon. Tetra and I guess Toon Zelda by proxy, I think could be really cool. But we've already got Zelda, and I don't want to double dip on characters I'm already double dipping. Tingle, he's in a stage. He wouldn't. I don't know if he would be a fighter. That would be funny though. Ooh, Toon Ganondorf. I would make him a skin. Give him the robe. That would be fire actually. Itty Bitty Link? Probably not. Vati? Probably not as well. Yuga? Is this guy's name Yuga? Probably not as well. Zant? Probably not as well. But I think that's some fair additions to like Wolf Link and Skull Kid to the Legend of Zelda stuff. I like that. And like possibly Impa. I like it. It's good stuff. Alright, now we're to Metroid. I gotta be honest, I don't know who most of these characters are. I'll put the ones that I do know up here, right? Alright, that's it. I know 4 characters. Wait a minute, no. I know this character. And I think this one as well. I have not played... I've played a little bit of Prime 1, but I don't know anything about Prime 2 or 3 other than Dark Samus is in it, and this guy's name is like Silux or something. I know he's like really cool. Metroid would be an assist trophy. Kraid would be a stage hazard. I mean, he already kind of is, but Mother Brain is an assist trophy or a stage hazard. It could be either one, honestly. Pens? Pens? Welcome, Magistone. Welcome to the squad. An Emmy would be pretty cool. I think that's a solid maybe for the Emmy. My key isn't working. You think Wario and Waluigi counterpart of Lucas and Duster would be cool? A Wario and Luigi counterpart of Lucas and Duster would be cool. Possibly. Though currently I don't have Ness or Lucas in my roster. So, and it's not because I don't like the Mother games. It's just because I don't know. That's why they're in maybe. I have to think about it a little harder. So far these are all off the cuff. No is probably definitely not gonna change my mind on it, but maybe is like I could be swayed either way. So in terms of Lucas and Duster, we can definitely come back to that. But y'all would have to tell me like why, because I have not played Mother 3. Because I'm a fake fan, I'm sorry. Dark Beak guy, I forgot his name. I don't know if he would be like a character because we got the Emmy in it for like iconography. Ravenbeak, that's right, my bad. Ravenbeak, I think, is really cool. I loved his boss fight. But him as a fighter, I'm unsure. Because you've kind of got Samus Ridley, and then you're chilling with like Zero Suit Samus as well. The Metroid's harder to put characters in, you know? Ravenbeak would be better than Emmy. He's got 13.5 abs. Damn. You might have convinced me. You know, we'll put both him and the Emmy in maybe. Because I'm not feeling like immediately like, oh, he's gotta be in, you know? I feel a little stronger about the Emmy because you could have the Emmy kind of be like a combination of a bunch of other, like all the Emmy mechanics like camouflage or the beam or the ice or whatever. Ravenbeak would be cool, but you'd have to make him like a little less OP, I feel. But I don't know, we can go back to it. I think that this is like a creature that was taken over by a Metroid from Fusion? But I don't know if he would be in. Silux. I think his name is Silux, right? I don't know anything about this guy. I've got to be completely honest. Omega Metroid? Okay, cool. I don't think it would be a fighter, though. I think that's more of, like, something in the background, or, like, not an assist trophy, like a trophy. Okay. Originally from Metroid 2, but the final boss of Fusion. Alright, gotcha. Then we got Silux. I feel like all the other characters are probably a no. Because, I mean, as a casual Metroid fan, I've beaten a few games. I've beaten regular Metroid, Super Metroid, and Dread. And I played a little bit of the first Metroid Prime. Maybe like half of it. I don't know any of these characters. But I feel like, yeah, Silux, I know Silux is a character, you know? Like, all the Prime Hunters, no. Okay, fair enough. I wanted to make sure I wasn't stepping on any Metroid toes. Because it's hard. Like, you've got Samus and who else? Like, if you could only use one rep from the entire series, or like 2 reps from the entire series, it would probably just be Samus and Ridley, because that's what it boils down to. Rundus is cool, but he's not important enough. I don't even know which one it is, so he's not important enough. There you go. I think this is the Yoshi characters now. Baby Bowser, that would probably just be a skin. Rundus is voiced by Chris Sabat. That's cool. Baby Daisy, nah. Baby DK, nah. Baby Mario, Baby Luigi, nah. Head looking guy with the blue visor. Oh, this guy. That's cool then. I think, hear me out, if we removed Ice Climbers, but we swapped it out for Baby Mario, Baby Luigi. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Hear me out with this, right? I'm not a big fan of the Mario babies, but hear me out. Let me cook. Let me cook for a second. Mario and Luigi, regular Mario and Luigi, they're fine. You know, Mario's got the fireballs. Luigi's got the poltergust, and maybe you could give him his electric ball from Mario and Luigi games. Paper Mario, you've got like the paper mechanics, and he could fold up, turn into a paper airplane. Yes, that is exactly what I was thinking. A Partners in Time dual fighter rep. The A button controls Mario, and the B button controls Luigi. The least popular Mario and Luigi game? Yes, but this would be a perfect rep for that series. Kind of similar to like Paper Mario, where maybe they could have a time mechanic. But I think it could be so cool to have like an A and B, each button does that character's moves thing. Like Min Min but dual, yeah. But like Min Min but good. But let's just say it as it is. That could be really neat. I would swap out Ice Climbers for Baby Mario and Baby Luigi. And it sounds so wrong, but I'm not backing down. I like Min Min. I'm sorry. She's not in the game. Min Min, but it doesn't suck. Damn. Also, it's cool that y'all have little like crowns on you. Oh, top fan. Oh, this just means like y'all are in the most. That's so cool. I had no idea it did it like that. That means Petrol's my #1 fan. I had no idea that was a mechanic for YouTube. On that note, Baby Peach and Baby Rosalina are not going to be in the game. I think it's new. It's definitely new. I've just never seen that before. It's so cool. Baby Wario? Nah. Boshi? Make him a skin. I think I would exclusively play as Boshi if it was a skin, there's a skin in the game. Where did I put Birdo, by the way? Oh, there we go. Make Birdo a skin. Birdo and Boshi would be, expect to mention your speech when you make it big. Your opinions on Bandana Waddle will determine if we can be friends or not? Shit. I guess I gotta make a good choice. I don't think this Big Pants motherfucker is getting in. He's a fun boss, but like, I don't know. Big Yoshi? Make him an assist trophy. Just make it like the Snorlax Pokeball, where it's just a big fucking Yoshi going down the stage and that's it. Or it's like Executor, where he just sits there and he's just immovable for the entire match. A one-off boss would be such a weird choice for Smash. I agree. Okay, Kamek, I'm putting him in. Kamek as a rep for Mario would be so cool. She has a cool moveset in Rivals of Eight. I haven't played that game. But that would be funny. But yeah, Kamek, I think, is unique enough to be his own fighter. I think that'd be so cool. Just like shooting magic around. Maybe he could like buff himself or something. His up special could be like a broom Kamek would be very cool. What else we got? Poochie? Assist trophy. He could be like a movie. He could be like Go-Goat, you know? He just kind of runs around. You can like hop on him. His recovery would be insane. Yeah, Kamek would be the unkillable Mario character. He'd just fly back to the stage. He would be like Brawl Pit's up special. he just flies. Why have Poochie when you could have Poochyena? I mean, we'll get there. I think Poochyena is even like an option here. Shy Guy is an assist trophy. You could have him be like Shy Guy with stilts, Shy Guy with a pole arm, Shy Guy with nothing. Who knows? The possibilities for Shy Guy are really endless. Shy Guy noises are so fun. I love Shy Guy. He's so cool. Little Painter and the Little Fairy, probably not going to get in. Bandana Waddle Dee, 100% deserves to be in Smash. He rounds out the core four. Without that, it feels empty. This looks complete to me. Good, you understand, right? I don't know why it's taken so long for Bandana Waddle Dee to get his cake. You know, we could be friends. Good. But yeah, Bandana Waddle Dee for sure. Adeline and Ribbon, probably not. If you add that little mage thing from Final Fantasy, make Shy Guy skin for him. Oh, that's right. I think the mage is on this list. I think this guy's name is Boomer. Probably not going to get in. You know what? These guys could probably be assist trophies, though. The Kirby bosses as assist trophies would be fire. Bonkers, right. Chef Kawasaki, I'm honestly tempted to make him a fighter. I'm not going to lie. It just sounds funny. Look, what a lineup if it's these five. But for now, I'll put him in maybe. He's already an assist trophy, that's true. I think it could be fun as a fighter, but for now I'll keep him as an assist trophy. These three as assists would be fun. That cheetah girl from Lost or Forgotten World, I haven't played the game, but I don't think she would be in the game. Is this guy Dark Matter? I think this is like a Dark Knight or Dark Matter Knight. Claraline is her name. Damn. Yeah, okay, that is Dark Matter. I don't know if he would be a fighter though, you know? I feel like for Kirby, his roster is already like perfect. If it was just these four fighters for Kirby, I feel like that's a perfect amount for him. It would have to be really unique and special to put him in, to put another Kirby fighter in the game, which is why I feel like DeRoach does not get it. Dynablade, maybe like a stage hazard. If there was a Dynablade stage, yeah, he shouldn't be playable. Agree on DeRoach, yeah. This little guy and like this other little guy, or like this big demonic version of him, probably also not gonna get in. The snail from the show, probably not. Gooey, he's an assist trophy. Kirby's friends deserve to be in there. Yeah, Marks and or Magolor, yeah. Oh! Yellow Kirby as a skin. Isn't his name Keeb? I think that's all it is. Knuckle Joe, also an assist trophy. Kibi, that's right. Krako, probably a stage hazard, right? The Kirby villains are so easy to just put in as stage hazards. Lala and Lolo, probably there too. Krako's perfect as a stage hazard. The Magic Sisters, probably not. Lolo and Lala. I don't know if the Magic Sisters, that's a little too complex for an assist trophy, in my opinion. Same thing with the Meta Knights. I think Magalore would be a fun extra character, but I'll put him in maybe. And same for Marks, because they're both very popular and they both have like the magic angle. Whereas like these four are like the main dudes. If I was to add only one, it'd probably be Magalore. But we'll see about it. We'll go into it later. I can't wait for Pokemon section. I have opinions. We're almost there. We are so close to the Pokemon. It's gonna be great. I don't know who this fucker is, but he's not getting in. I don't want him being creepy. King Fluff? Yeah, Nightmare. King Fluff, I think is his name. I'm honestly thinking maybe, just so you could have a epic yarn rep. Prince Fluff, right? If he could be kind of like a Paper Mario version of Kirby, you know, like an embodiment of the mechanics of that game, it could be cool with like the yarn whip. But I don't know. I'll have him in maybe for now. Kine, Rick, and Ku are assist trophies for sure. If anything, they even might be a fun like 3-in-1 fighter, but I think it makes more sense to have them be assist trophies or stage hazards, or like just your friends, your homies in the back cheering you on. Rock guy, nah, he's not even cool looking. I don't know what version of Kirby this is, but that just looks like a skin to me. What else we got? Susie? I know she's popular. Yeah, Shadow Kirby, okay. I know Susie is very popular for Kirby fans. And people really like her. But I don't know. It's like a maybe. She's a maybe because I know she's popular, you know? I don't know if she would be... She's not an immediate, like, she's gotta be in! But regular... We'll just keep her in maybe for now. Susie shouldn't get in before Magalore. I agree, yeah. If Magalore gets in, then maybe more, but for now, probably not. Same with Taranza. I don't know if Taranza would even get in. I think Susie's more popular than this guy. Waludu? He's a stage hazard. Or no, he's an assist trophy. And Wispy Woods, he's already a stage hazard. He's perfect as is. Alright. Now we're on to... Oh, wait, hold on. We're not in Pokemon yet. We've got to do Star Fox. No... stage hazard, or assist trophy, sorry. DDD side, special and brawl. Yeah, I think he deserves to be an assist trophy, though. Make him be more unique. Crystal, honestly, maybe. I'll put her right next to Falco, because I feel like... She's like unique, at least, you know? Falco's kind of just the same as Fox. But Crystal is like... She's cool. I don't care about Star Fox, like, at all. I mean, me neither. But I'm just thinking, who would we add as reps? No, nah for Peppy, nah for Slippy, nah for the Arwing. Alright, cool, yay! We made it to the Pokemon! Jesus Christ, there's so many. This is like more than Mario and Zelda and Metroid combined. Alright. This is gonna be a little bit. But we'll persevere. Off the cuff, I don't think we're gonna add any human characters. We've already got a Pokemon trainer rep. If anything, these guys would be skins or something like that, you know? You don't play a Pokemon fighter to play as the human, right? But let's make sure all the humans are out of here. Rocket Grunt. Unbelievable. Any trainer should be skins. I agree. I think that's all the humans. Oh, hold on. I forgot about N. I forgot N. True. He was just staring me in the face. I think... Yeah, I think that's all of them. Alright, I'm gonna get water real quick. Formulate your thoughts. I'll be right back. Petrol, we need to kill Connor? Bruh. Where'd that come from, huh? I'm... I just got back, and you're planning to kill me? Any trainer should be skins and get their own set of 3 Pokemon to compensate. I know it's a lot to ask for development realistically, but I think it's a cool idea. I wasn't supposed to see that. I figured I wasn't. And honestly, I love the idea of changing the Pokemon depending on who the character is. But I feel like Connor's Chili's been to Alton Towers. Yes! Yes! I like that idea, but I agree it would be really hard. And you kind of have to... Because, like, technically, up here in Skins, I made the Pokemon characters, like, already their skins. In terms of the fighters, you'd have to add, like, 3 new Pokemon per thing. I don't know if it would be easy to swap out, like, Charizard for Garchomp or something. But let's look through. Mega Absol, or Absol in general. I'm not feeling like they're a fighter, personally. And same thing with Mega Absol, because that would just probably be like Final Smash. If anything, what Absol's what? Is Absol like Dark Ice or something? No, for every Pokemon except Iron Valiant. Okay. Aegislash? Probably not. No. No. Absol Fighter, Mega Absol is the ultimate sort of like supersonic. I'm just thinking in terms of like as a fighter, you know? I don't know what Absol does. Let me look up Absol moves. What does Absol do? He's a dark type Pokemon. Okay. What kind of stuff does Bro learn? Slash, Night Slash, Sucker Punch, Assurance. Okay. So he's like a cool dark type. I don't know much about Absol. All I know is I'm not like a huge Absol guy. Arbivola, probably not. Same thing with these guys. I'll get these guys together. I'm thinking maybe for these two. These are some of the more popular ones from the last gen. Beware is already in a Pokeball, so it should go there. I don't know. I don't know much about these two, so I'm kind of leaning no. Bisharp, probably not. I can see them being alt skins of whichever is the fighter. I agree. But I don't know if they're like, yes, definitely go in as like some other fighters, you know? Blastoise. I mean, you've already got Squirtle. And same thing, like you've already got Charmander here. Or Charizard in the game. Blaziken would be cool, but we could just add Incineroar, you know? And we've already got a fire type rep. Blaziken has to. I don't know about has to, though. because he's like a firefighting, but you've kind of got that with Incineroar, with like the wrestler angle, you know. I don't know if we would need like a rep per gen or something. I don't know. Pokemon's hard because there's literally a billion characters. Buzzwole? Probably not. It would be funny, but probably not. Chandelure. I'm thinking like... Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because I know the roster in Pokken is like super unique. And like Chandelure is a fighter in Pokken. And I think that's really cool. But in terms of Smash, it's kind of hard to do more than like these 5. Like you've got to be special to get in. This would be a cool assist trophy, or like a Pokeball. I mean, let me add Pokeball. There we go. When I vote, we move on and say Pokemon for last, because it's not very interesting. What do you mean? This is interesting. Krogunk, nah. Darkrai, nah. Decidueye, maybe. Based on your own bias? Alright, cool. We'll add him as a maybe then. We can deliberate harder when it comes to the Pokemon, but I'm just going based on initial vibes. Delphox, probably not. Deoxys, probably not. Detective Pikachu is a skin, for sure. That just... I don't know why that's not a skin already. The middle Oshawott. Ditto is already a Pokeball. What a cool Pokeball, though. Like, just makes a copy of you. I love that. I don't know if he would be in the game, but it would be really funny if he was. I feel like so many things with Pokemon are licensing hell. I mean, Pokemon and Nintendo are buddy-buddy, so I feel like it would work completely fine. Eevee would be... I mean, they're already a Pokeball. They're not allowed to do any anime stuff. What do you mean any anime? Oh, like stuff from the anime. Electabuzz, probably not. We've already got enough Gen 1 stuff. Empoleon, maybe. I feel like that could be a cool one. This guy, nah. This guy, nah. I love Feraligatr, but probably not. Flygon, Frostlass. Fuecoco, my son. Iron Valiant. I know Magistone said he loves Iron Valiant. So I'll go ahead and put it in maybe. Though, talking about Gallade, probably not. Gardevoir, though, I think definitely... I feel like Gardevoir out of all of them is the most interesting for a new one. And I know we've already got Mewtwo as a Psychic, but I think Gardevoir is one of the more iconic Pokemon. Iron Valiant could be a cool skin. Yeah, that would be really cool. Garbodor? Nah. Garchomp, though. Honestly, put Garchomp in. I think Garchomp would be an awesome new rep, because it's completely new types, Dragon and Ground. We've got, like, somebody to fight against a Charizard. I think that would be really cool. And you could kind of pretend that you're playing as Cynthia, you know? Garchomp would be a stellar addition. Garchomp is the main? Oh, yeah. Garchomp is like a duh. Come on. Put him in. Probably not. Gengar? I would say yes if we didn't already have 5 Gen 1 reps. We could do better for a ghost type rep. Goldengo? Nah. It would be funny, but nah. Gengar is so iconic. If anything, he'd be a Pokeball. Make a Garchomp Final Smash where he's just worse. Gigalith? Is that his fucking name? I don't know. But it doesn't matter because he's not getting in. Grafaiai? He is cool. I'll put him in as a maybe, but I just don't want to bloat it with Gen 1 stuff, you know? Yes, okay, it is Gigalith. Grimmsnarl. We don't have a fairy rep or a dark rep, so I'm honestly thinking maybe. He's so... I'm a Grimmsnarl lover. I fucking love this guy. That guy is so cool, and I think it would be an interesting rep for the dark fairy people. But I'll put him in maybe because he's not as, of course, as Garchomp, right? I have no idea why Grovyle and a shiny Celebi are in there, but no. Hawlucha for flying and fighting would be really cool. Maybe. We do have a dark type for Incineroar, but also I have Incineroar in maybe, so. Hawlucha surely. I think he's really cool, especially because we took Incineroar out. It could be a really cool flying fighting rep. Oh, they're from Mystery Dungeon 2? Okay. Greninja's also a dark type. Yeah, I don't want to bloat it with, like, crossover types. I think Hawlucha kind of should go up here with Gardevoir for, like, I'm leaning more heavily, yes. And then, like, maybe Incineroar, Lucario, Greninja next. But let's keep going. Honchkrow? Fuck no. Hoopa would be a fun Pokeball. Like, it just spawns a bunch of rings and it's like teleporters around the stage. That would be fun. I would like that. Infernape? Nah. We've already got Charizard. I don't think we need another fire rep. Even though I know Infernape's like super popular. Inteleon? That's a fuck no. I don't want him in. Screamtail? Nah. Jirachi? That's like a Pokeball or something. He'd like heal you. Screamtail would be an interesting Echo. True, but that's only if I add Jigglypuff. And also, I'm trying not to do Echoes. Because I'm more of a fan of uniqueness than just getting in easy characters, I guess. This dude, probably not. Cleavor, probably not. I like him, but nah. Bro, you can't not add Jigglypuff? Yes, I can. Because this is my... And I've said it a couple times already previously and in the last stream. But Jigglypuff, in my opinion, would not be in Smash, in any Smash game, if they were not in the first Smash Brothers game. If it wasn't because they wanted to increase the size of the roster, Jigglypuff would not have gotten in. Because it's just a clone of Kirby. And any subsequent Smash Brothers games would never have added Jigglypuff as a fighter. The only reason Jigglypuff is around is because of Smash Brothers. Otherwise, they would have faded into obscurity, and I think that's where they deserve to go. I know Hungrybox... I know that's a very bold take. I know that Hungrybox loves Jigglypuff, and Jigglypuff is like a crazy fun hype pick for like high tier Smash Brothers competitive stuff. But I feel like you could do much better with a fairy rep, you know? And I think we'll get to it later. Koraidon would be sick, though. I do agree. I don't care about Hungrybox, but Jigglypuff is iconic to Smash. That's what I'm saying. Iconic to Smash, though. That it's the same reason I feel the way I do about Falco and about Ness and even Lucas. People would not care about Earthbound as much if Ness was not in Smash Brothers. They would not care about Mother 3 at all if Lucas was not in Smash Brawl. And the only reason he's in there is because Ness was in Smash. And Ness was one of those extra characters as well. Same with Captain Falcon, but I feel like I kind of do feel the same way about Captain Falcon. He's only super popular, and the only reason people are like, bring back F-Zero is because of Smash. But I feel like he's so integrated with Smash because of Falcon Punch, you know? And because it's like F-Zero, it's like a super unique, like super fast racing game. It's tough, you know? That's why they're at the top of maybe. But I don't know. That's why they're in maybe though. I promise. I've never played Earthbound. It's a good game. It's a quirky little game. But it's tough to just be immediately, yes, put them in, you know? No to all of these guys. Machamp. Honestly, I would say maybe if it wasn't for the fact of the Gen 1 rep. They're probably the most iconic fighting type in Pokemon, but I don't want to bloat it with Gen 1 stuff, you know? That's the tough part. Magnemite? Nah. Sandy Shocks? Nah. Marowak and Alolan Marowak? Nah. We've got Garchomp for the ground type. We don't need anything else. Marshadow, that's an assist trophy. For sure. Mousehold? Nah. Bayleaf or Meganium? Nah. Who picked these Pokemon to be on the tier list? I think they're trying to get the most iconic Pokemon out of a specific line, you know? Like, you're not going to put... If you weren't going to put Meganium in, you're probably not going to put in Chikorita. You know? I think that was their mentality. Meowth is already an assist trophy Pokeball thing. Marowak is not iconic. I mean, Marowak, they've got the Gen 1, like, ground. Like, they're the most popular ground type, I'd say. Other than, you know, Sandshrew. But also, this is in alphabetic order. Mew, that is a Pokeball. Mimikyu, that is a Pokeball as well. Miraidon, that would be like a maybe for like a switching of the skin kind of thing. Probably not to this guy. Nidoking, honestly, would be a maybe if not for the Gen 1. The fucking jellyfish, nah. Obstagoon is iconic, like it's a popular one, but I don't think so. This mask guy, probably not. Orbeetle, the dolphin, Plusle and Minun. Miraidon, but Koraidon's like an actual guy, true. Porygon, Ogerpon is best girl, but I don't know. I didn't buy the DLC. I don't know anything about Ogerpon. But I don't think Ogerpon is iconic enough to be put into Smash, you know? I mean, think about it this way. If you had Pikachu, Mewtwo, the original 3 and Garchomp, and you had Ogerpon, first off, you've already got, like, your grass rep. I think Ogerpon's a grass rep. Plusle and Minun would be a fun pick. I could see it in DLC. They would be skins for Pichu or something. She'd be put in for advertising reasons. True. It would only be to like, hey, you like this character, buy the DLC, you know? Raichu, if there was like an Alolan Raichu, I'd put him in as an assist trophy, but probably not to that one, not that one. Quaxley, nah. Maybe like a skin for Pikachu, you know? Like a Raichu colored Pikachu, that would be cool. Mega Raichu would be dope. Reshiram and like the Necrozma. Rillaboom, Sableye. Why is Mega Sableye here, but like not regular Sableye? Am I blind? Is he just not here? It's only Mega Sableye. I guess not. Samurai, nah. Okay, here's an interesting one. Scizor or what the fuck is his regular name? Why am I blanking on this guy? Scizor would be dope. I'm honestly feeling like a maybe. Scyther, oh my god, I brain shitted myself. And you know what? I'll even go ahead and grab Kleavor and put him here. Because if these guys are really cool, and it's like a bug metal type, that would be dope. Scorbunny, nah. Scrafty and the evolution, nah. This guy. Dark Mewtwo, that's a skin. Easy pick. Sigilyph? Nah. It's steel type, you fool? Yeah, that's what I said. It's bug steel type. Or is it only steel? Is it steel flying or is it bug steel? I have no idea. I love this guy, but I don't think. My bad, bro. I said metal. I'm a fraud. I love this guy, but I don't know how he'd be a fighter. Slowbro, nah. Fucking make him a Pokeball. Make him paint something. Snorlax, put him in the Pokeball. I love the Titanium. You know, I'm personally a fan of the aluminum type. The aluminium type. Probably not. Honestly, Suicune would be a cool Pokeball. I think they already are, actually. Marshtomp. Honestly, maybe. For like the water ground. And just because it's like iconic, I know we already have water and we already have ground, but like, yeah. Sylveon, probably not. Unless it's like the Eevee Pokeball where it just has a chance to swap between any of the Eevee evolutions, you know? That could be cool, like a random assist trophy on top of it already being random. Or random Pokeball already. Tinkaton would be cool. That's exactly why I'm putting her in. Tinkaton was exactly what I was thinking for a fairy type. And also no type overlap. This is a fairy steel Pokemon. You've got some pink in the Pokemon lineup. And she's super popular. Tapu Koko would be so fun. I agree, but probably like as a Pokeball. I don't know if it'd be cool as a moveset. Togepi as a random Pokeball? I agree too. Togepi deserves to be in the Pokeball. Not that one. Torterra? Not a fighter, but definitely put him in the Pokeball. Make him give like Earthquake and like stomp on everyone. Oh, okay. Oh, you're saying it already is? Okay, cool. There we go. I fucking love this guy. He's a solid maybe. I know it's overlap with Pikachu for the electricity, but we don't have a poison type, and I feel like out of all the poison types, this fucker is probably the coolest one, but that might just be because I'm biased. I know Gengar's poison type as well, but I think I love Toxicity. Yeah, it could be so cool. And the ultimate, could you imagine the Smash Ball for Toxicity going Gigantamax and just tasing the entire fucking stage? That would be so cool. He's like musical and shit. He's like at the top for me in terms of I want him in. Type no, probably not. Probably not. This guy's too controversial. If you know, you know. Honestly, yeah. I think if next Smash game, no matter what, I think all the characters that are in it should get a huge reworking. Like, use all the games as information to, like, change their moves. Because DK is just the punching character. I think that now he's got Bonanza under his belt, you can make him so unique. Ursaluna, nah. Venusaur, nah. Weavile? Ice Dark? Typhlosion did nothing but respect on my boy's name. It was all Hisuian? I don't know. Honestly, Weavile is cool, and it's like an ice rep and a dark rep, which I don't think we have in the game yet. No, we don't. It's a maybe. It's a maybe for Weavile, but it's like a low maybe. I don't know if like Weavile's iconic enough to go in the game. Wooloo, Pokeball. Have it spawn like 3. Yeah, we have Dark with Incineroar, Greninja. Yeah, but they're maybe. They're all in maybe. Wooloo would just spawn a Wooloo, and it would be like a Jigglypuff rollout where it just goes around the stage really fast. Wooper and Wooper, nah. No. Xurkitree, no. It functions as the soccer ball item. You just kick it. You just fucking kick the Wooloo, bro. Zoroark, I could see. I could see Zoroark. Wouldn't it be so cool? Oh, shit. Wouldn't it be so cool if you pick Zoroark, but then it picks like a random character whenever you select him on the character selection screen? So that the icon, say you pick Zoroark and you click it, but then it goes like Olimar, and then your icon just turns into Olimar, and then the stage starts and it's like Olimar versus fucking Sonic, and then it spawns in Olimar, but then as soon as he gets hit, your moveset changes to Zoroark because the illusion's dropped. That would be really funny. I just have no fucking idea how you would incorporate that. It would be really funny though. That's also at the top for me in terms of a cool guy. Oh god, Red Earthbound. So, like I said, Ness and Lucas are maybes. So none of these characters are gonna be yes, they have to go in, except for Mr. Rossetti. Mr. Saturn. He is an assist trophy. Wait, actually, yeah, put him in as assist trophy. Wouldn't it be amazing if it was only Mr. Saturn as an assist trophy, but Ness and Lucas weren't in the game? Like, that's the Earthbound rep for Smash. We just Shovel Knight Earthbound. Like, that's their only rep. I know that these are all important characters. I know we've got Gygus. I know we have all these guys. And the brother, and then this fucker, Ninten. Mr. Saturn Stage Hazard. And then that guy. I mean, this guy's an assist trophy too. I feel like those are pretty fun assist trophies. Or items or whatever. But just, I don't know. Earthbound, it's tough. It's a tough thing to do. I kind of feel the same way about F-Zero, but honestly, this guy would be a skin. I'm kind of thinking this guy might be a skin, but I don't think anybody else. It's like if they put slime as an item without making hero playable true. F-Zero, I don't think anybody would be a fighter other than like maybe this guy. But I don't even know. It's like a low fucking maybe. The bear from Ice Climbers? Nah. If anything, put him in a stage hazard. Because just because we removed Ice Climbers doesn't mean we have to remove the Ice Climbers stage. Ice Climbers as a stage works way better as a character, in my opinion. You could have it just be either a vertical scrolling thing or have it be like the iceberg one where it's on the water. So you've got the polar bear there, but you've also, if Ice Climbers isn't a character, you could have them jumping around in the background climbing the ice, you know? They could be like, hey, we remember we were in Smash. Like, that's it. Allier would be cool because they're the most kissable Fire Emblem antagonist. This guy? Who is this, actually? I have no idea who this is. He's not getting in, whoever it is. This is weird. I don't know who it is. Get them out of here. The red and blue hair. But, like, what? Okay. I haven't played any Fire Emblem game except for a little bit of the one with Lyn. And that's it. I know generally which characters are popular enough, and I know which characters possibly have, like, magic or a greatsword or whatever. Oh, it's an enemy from Ice Climbers? Okay, good. It deserves to go in no then. But other than that, I'm trying to avoid the mentality of, oh, it's too many Fire Emblem reps. Because I didn't even know Fire Emblem because I played Smash for the first time. That's what I'm saying. My exposure to Smash is Marth, Ike, and that's it, because I started with Brawl. And these two are, like, iconic in my eyes, and I think in most people's eyes, because Marth is, like, the OG, and Ike is, like, the big sword guy. I added Byleth because she has the ability to swap between the different types of weapons and the classes that you have in Fire Emblem, right? So that way, instead of adding, like, 3 characters, like one with a pole, one with a long sword, one with a big axe, or a bow, you can have them all merged together with Byleth. And I think that's a really interesting character. The only bad thing about Byleth, in my opinion, is the fact that they were added as DLC. Because everybody fucking hated that, I think. I think the majority of people, not everybody, but the majority of people hated Byleth as a Smash DLC because we wanted, you know, Minecraft Steve. You know, we wanted Sora, we wanted Waluigi. But then you put Byleth in the game, and it's like, what the fuck is this? But I think as a character, they're really cool and unique in terms of Fire Emblem characters. Allier is like Pokemon Trainer if their Pokemon were other Fire Emblem characters and if they were a lot more kissable. I'm not sure if it's clear, but I'd kiss Allier. Okay. I do know that in Fire Emblem Engage, you can summon previous Fire Emblem characters to fight for you. And I think it's similar to Byleth, that's really unique and really cool. Like, instead of being, it could be like their main attacks are just normal or whatever, but then the special moves, you summon a different Fire Emblem character. I feel like it's a solid maybe. Minecraft Steve and Smash still feels so weird to me, probably because I have a stroke after every time I fight a disgusting Steve main. Steve in Smash is like the stars aligned. I don't know how he's in there, but him in it makes more sense than him not in it to me. Sora, I honestly, it's kind of like a Steve Sora thing where I feel like Steve is more likely to come back than Sora purely because of money. You know, I don't know if Nintendo would want to shell out $5 billion just to put Sora in the game again. A lot of these characters, Azura, long blue hair girl, is the reason that Corrin is the only canonically incestuous character in Smash. This one here? Put her in the no. I'm going to go through all these characters real quick, and I'm going to rank them. I'm not even going to rank them. I know that this guy's kind of popular and this guy's kind of popular. I know she's important. I don't know much about this guy. I know that this guy, third from the left. Oh, this one. Right, right, right. I know this guy's an assist trophy, right? That's Dark Knight. This guy's probably not going to get in. This one, I know she's popular. I don't know anything about this guy. I think she might be important, but I don't know. I know that these guys are popular. These are the three heads of the houses. Probably not to this one. Probably not to this one. Probably not to this one. Not this one. This guy's like the town guard in Three Houses. Why is Claude upside down? What do you mean? That's just him. That's his character. I think it's for the same reason that Lanky Kong is really close up. Like, it's the meme pick. You gotta sneak in a couple. Probably not these guys. Probably not these guys. Probably not these guys. But you know what? Lynn, put her in the fucking game. My girl deserves some rep. 100%. She's unique. She was she's basically the Marth of Fire Emblem, but for the US. We would not have Fire Emblem as it is today if it wasn't for Lynn having her game come over, right? I feel like she's iconic, and also she's not just a sword fighter. I think she's got like a pole arm, right? Like that's her thing, or she's got a big samurai sword or something. I think she deserves to be in, 100%, just for the iconography. I don't know any of these guys. I don't know these guys, so probably no to a lot of these. Probably definitely no to a lot of these. Yeah, and we're chilling. And now we're in the Kid Icarus stuff, I think. But we've got Pit. I don't think we need anybody else except for her, because she's an assist trophy, isn't she? I think that's her thing. Those last three are Kid Icarus, yeah. And then Ugly Palutena, this guy, and then Snarky Girl. She's already in the taunts. We don't need to add her. This lady is an assist trophy. She's the one that like jumps up and shoots lightning, I think. Like 3 little beams of lightning as an assist trophy. But so I think she'd be an assist trophy because she's like already in. You mistook them for Fire Emblems? No, I didn't. I figured these 3 were, because this is Medusa, I'm pretty sure, and these couple are from Kid Icarus because the style is different. I don't know, but I think these guys are like, it's a weird like blending. 3 before Hades. These 3 are from Kid Icarus? Well, that makes sense. This guy's like really kooky looking. I've never played Kid Icarus Uprising. You know what? Okay, quick opinion, quick idea. I said this in the last stream, but a Kid Icarus Uprising Switch 2 port with the Switch 2 mouse mechanics as the way to aim would go fucking crazy good. I think that would be so cool. And I think that would be a great way to bring Kid Icarus to more people. Because I think a lot of new fans played Kid Icarus Uprising on the 3DS because Pit was in Smash. Like, Sakurai reinvented Pit for Smash. And then he made a brand new game for him. If Sakurai, after Riders, wants to be really fucking cool, I think he would hold off on making Smash and just put Kid Icarus Uprising on Switch 2. What is Kid Icarus? It's the one where Pit's from. He's the angel boy. Right here. It's like Greek mythology. You're a guy running around shooting a bunch of monsters. You fight Medusa and Hades, and a lot of cool. Yeah, Greek mythology but cool, and anime. It's Greek mythology but anime. How about that? And Sakurai made Pit for Smash and was like, you know what? I like this guy. Let's make him even cooler Because the only game he was in before was on the NES, and that was it. I think he made it even had like a Game Boy game, but like that's it. And it was kind of like Metroid, but kind of not. It kind of like a lot worse. So Sakurai was like, "What if I made a cool game with Pit in it?" And so he made Kid Icarus Uprising, and it was really popular. And Palutena was really popular, and so he put her in the next Smash game. His brawl, yeah, Pit was modernized as if he still got games. That's basically it. So I think a Kid Icarus Uprising port for the Switch 2 would be really cool. And then you can make like Kid Icarus 3 or whatever. Bring it to more people. Anyway, we've got some Wario characters. Now, I haven't played many WarioWare games. I've only played a little bit of like Shake It and a little bit of Wario Land. But I know that Ashley's popular, so I'm gonna put her in maybe. But literally every other character I don't think would get in. Yeah, Ashley's the only one that would have a chance. Maybe Captain Syrup, but honestly, I don't know. I feel like Wario is the best rep for the Wario type games, you know? You don't need many other characters for a Wario rep when you've already got the guy. Oh, we're in Metal Gear. I don't even know what Captain Syrup does. Neither do I. Let's grab Big Boss and make him a skin for Snake. Let's get this other guy. I think this is like the other Snake clone from Metal Gear 5. We'll put him in skin. Oh, what? Fuck. We'll put him in skin. Oh my god, you got upgraded. You're number 2. Petrol, you've got competition now. In the span of just talking about Kid Icarus, Magistone has upgraded. I forget this guy's name, but I really like him. He's an assist trophy, right? I would put him in maybe as a fighter. Same thing with Spanish guy. I don't fucking know who this Prince Charming looking ass is, but probably not. Psycho Mantis. He would be an assist trophy. He would be like, "You like playing Mario Kart, don't you?" Raiden 100% gets in. If you were to add just one other character to Metal Gear, it would be Raiden. That would be a fucking amazing pick. And you wouldn't need to add Gray Fox. Thank you for saying his name. I had no idea. But you wouldn't have to add Gray Fox because Raiden's just way fucking better. And it's like Metal Gear Rising Raiden, so you wouldn't have to worry about him being just like a clone of Snake. Revolver Ocelot? Nah. That's just a dude with a gun. This fucking guy? Nah. Senator Armstrong? I know he's a meme, but I don't... I think he'd be in the background of something, you know? Maybe he'd be an assist trophy, I have no fucking clue. But I don't think he'd be a character... Oh wait, I don't know why I put him in maybe. I don't know who this guy is. Senator Armstrong's a maybe, but that's just based on memes alone. That's how powerful the memes are. The only Sonic character that deserves to be in Smash is Eggman. Oh shit, we're at Sonic now. Okay. This is gonna be tough because I really fucking love Sonic. So I'm gonna go through kind of quick-ish. Charmy, I'm gonna go through the ones definitely not gonna be in. Charmy, no. Cream, no. Classic Sonic would be a skin. 100%. Senator Armstrong should be in, and his taunt should be Raiden punching him over and over. Werehog as his own unique character would be funny, but no. Metal Sonic as a skin would be dope. That's like a Dry Bowser kind of thing. But then they would like change his voice lines to be like, or they would change it so he's like, Werehog as a skin. Well, I was thinking that, but the build of Werehog is very different. And also he's got like the stretchy mechanics and he's more of like a puncher fighter. And I think that would be more unique as a character. But you know what? Put Werehog in maybe. Put Werehog in maybe. Amy Rose. Alright, let me get the three main people up here. We've got Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Eggman, Zavok, fuck you. We'll put Silver up here. We'll put Shadow up here. Vector and Espio, they're not going to get in. I don't know what this thing is, but probably not. Egg Robo, nah. Infinite, hell nah. Jet, nah. Nephilis, no. Mighty, nah. Ray, nah. Rouge would go up here. Sage, nah. Orbot and Cubot. Gamma, honestly, that would be kind of fire. Omega will go there. Orbot and Cubot should be the commentators. That would be great. Sir, you're getting your ass kicked. That's Omega, you fake fan. That is Omega, that's what I said. This one's Gamma. Did I flip him? My bad. Gemerald or Emerald or whatever. Yeah, they're so similar to each other. But yeah, this one's Omega and this one's Gamma. Chaos would be cool, but probably not. Blaze would also be cool, but probably not. Big. Big is tough. He wouldn't be a fighter. I'm just wondering if he would be an assist trophy or not. Could you imagine Big just sitting on the edge of the stage? Or maybe he'd be like, you know how in Solid Snakes, in Snake Smash, he like jumps in front of the stage and he like shoots the stage a bunch, like he's hanging off of a helicopter? Or at least in like the Brawl one. He would be like Big would be spawned, and then he'd be like, looks like I'm going fishing. And then he casts a line and just grabs somebody random and throws him off the stage. It would be like the fucking Crane assist trophy. You know what I'm talking about? He would be in the background, yeah. I think that's more likely. He'd just be in the background. Omega, probably not going to get in. Rouge, probably not going to get in. I would love it if all these characters could get in, but they're probably not. Silver, I think would be a cool assist trophy. Like he spawns, like you bring him in, and he grabs, it's no use, and like throws shit. He just grabs you and throws you. That would be fun. And as soon as, like, you could strategically place him at the edge of a stage, and he ledge guards for you. Big, but he's just the Isabelle side special and no other moves. That's basically what I'm thinking, yeah. That would be funny. And you know what? I'm gonna make the Sonic characters assist trophies. Specifically annoying ones. That would be really funny. Imagine these two at once on the same stage. It's no use! Time to go fishing! Silver, but its only move is it's no use and it one-shots. Shadow, I think deserves to be in. But not just as a clone of Sonic, because Shadow got an upgrade in Shadow Generations. I think he's got a whole lot more to him now. Like his up special alone could be like Chaos Control, and he like disappears and teleports himself somewhere, kind of like Palutena. I think Shadow would be so fucking cool. Maybe he does like extra damage with like his fucking metal feet, like he's a little stronger. Eggman, I'm honestly thinking, I think he should be in the game, but I don't know how. Yeah, he should be an Echo in terms of his movement, but everything else would be unique, and I don't think I would want to make him an Echo. He would be fast like Sonic, but he'd have that shadow aura to him. Eggman, I would love it if he was a character. It's just tough. Like, it makes sense to put him in the game, but if he was just standing there, it would look weird. You know, if it was Eggman running around the stage on his legs, it would look weird. Because I'm so used to seeing him in his little machine, right? He would kind of be like a big Bowser Jr. And I feel like it's possible. Like, it's a thing you could do. Yeah, he would have to play like Bowser Jr., but a super heavy one. Which is like, I think you could make it work, especially with Ridley being big or whatever. But it would take a lot of like thinking about it, you know? Amy, I really like. I really like Amy. And she's got like the tarot cards for like some magic stuff. She's got the big hammer. She could be a little slower, but like super strong. So I'm gonna put her in maybe. Characters you have to think about are the best. Knuckles, I feel like would be really cool as an addition, but also he would be maybe. Same thing with Tails. I feel like this would be my lineup of maybe characters. Maybe Eggman would probably be at the top of the maybe. But for now, I think Sonic and Shadow would be cool. Cool reps. It's tough because if I add Knuckles, it feels like I'm missing Tails, you know? Including Werehog? Yes, including Werehog. I'm not gonna lie, Werehog being its own character would be hilarious. Tails could be an assist where he follows you and echoes your jump and does damage. Yo! That would actually be dope. Oh, I'm ready to go. Tails, you've convinced me. Tails is an Echo Fighter, but he just follows you around and does like the whoop, like he just jumps with you. Even if you're like, if you're playing as like Pikachu and you're jumping around the stage, Tails just follows you like whoop. I think that would be super cool. And if you fall off the stage, he like grabs you and flies you back. Like a Duck Hunt up mode, or like an up special for Duck Hunt. That would be really fun, actually. I love that. Knuckles, he's already an assist trophy, isn't he? I kind of feel like that could be fun. Like he digs underground and just randomly comes up to attack somebody. Because that's like his thing. And then he like flies around and could like punch people for you. But I don't know. I feel like Knuckles does a couple extra fun things that would make him possible to be a fighter. Regardless, Knuckles would get in, either as a fighter or an assist trophy. I'm not sure, but we can do that later. Honestly, I'm feeling the Werehog more than Amy. I'm not gonna lie. The Werehog as a fighter would be so good. All right, Olimar. We've already got Olimar, so these guys would just be skins, I think. Skin. Oh yeah, and Louie. Louie, I think, would be a better skin than Alf, personally. Oh wait, yeah, they go up here. There we go. Perfect. The other, oh fuck, this guy wouldn't even be it. Well, yeah, never mind. We'll put him in as a skin. If you want to play as the president, he ate my baby, Alf. Or Louie? Which one? A Bulborb would be an assist trophy, for sure. And this little guy, Oh, Louis, yeah. Why would Alf pick? Why would you pick? Yeah, that's what I thought. I saw that, Petrol. don't try to pretend it didn't happen. I saw it. Oh, why would Alf Pickman do this? I thought you're like, who would pick Alf? But then I was like, I caught it! You can't escape! You didn't see that? My bad. It does say redacted, so I guess you're right. So, Animal Crossing, personal pick, I don't think anybody would get in as fighters. You've already got the villager, and that's it. I feel like they would only be assist trophies or items or whatever. KK Slider, 100% would be an assist trophy. Why the fuck is Raymond there? I don't know. What? Get this guy out of here. Red would not be in. Digby would not be in. Mr. Rossetti, nah. Well, maybe he would show up and like attack you with a pickaxe for an assist trophy, but I don't know. The Animal Crossing characters don't really attack each other. Old Turtle Man, nah. Anka, nah. I mean, I know she's like popular, but she's just a villager. Blathers, probably not. Brewster would be funny. Anka's assist trophy. You know what? It's an assist trophy where she just shows up and starts kissing you. She'll know you're a minor. No, he's not. He's 20 now. We had a time skip in the stream, so he's 20. This is going to be interesting because there's a couple in here that I really like. I think... What's this guy's name? Is he Axel or like Z or whatever? I don't think he'd get it though. Bass is a maybe because I know he's pretty cool. Cutman, probably not. Maybe like an assist trophy actually. Yeah, Axel. Okay, cool. Dr. Wily, I don't think would be a fighter. He would be an assist trophy. Kind of like how he already is. Or like a stage hazard or something. This is the Mega Man from No, this is Mega Man from Legends. That would just be a skin. Let's get the skin in here. Ask me when we get to Xenoblade. Gutsman? Probably not. X would be cool. However, I think you would just want to make him a skin because you've already got regular Mega Man. I don't think you'd want to do Mega Man and then Mega Man X and then Mega Man. Like, you know, there's so many. The Mega Man can be a little. They're swappable, I think. You got like Mega Man from Battle Network here. You got Mega Man from some other Mega Man game here. These can all be skins. I think that would just be a cool way of putting all the reps in. Proto Man, nah. Whoever this is, nah. Little Lego looking dude, I forgot his name, but I want him in because I used to play him in one of the old Marvel vs. Capcom. Honestly, I don't know if he'd be like a fighter, because Servbot. I know he's popular, and I know he's really iconic for like a Capcom character. However, I don't know if we would put him in Smash because he already has a moveset in another fighting game. It kind of feels wrong to me. So, if anything, I feel like he'd be a little assist trophy. Sigma, I think, is a solid maybe. I'd rather have him in the game than Dr. Wily for a villain. I think he's a little more... I know Dr. Wily's iconic, but I feel like Sigma gets across a little easier as like, oh my god, this is a big villain. Sigma balls! Tronbon, I know she is popular too. She's got the mech, so she's gonna be... Yeah, okay. Come up, new material, guys. This guy will be a skin as well because it's another Mega Man. Look, you've got all your Mega Man reps right here. I said it first. Vega, he's also cool, but I think if Sigma's a maybe, you can't have Vega without Sigma. Woodman? You mean what they used to call me in high school? Zero, 100% gets in. If no other character gets in from Mega Man, Zero gets in. For sure. It's kind of like the shadow to regular Mega Man. And then if you have the Mega Man X skin for regular Mega Man, you could have X versus Zero. You know, that'd be fucking cool. Zero for sure, I agree, yeah. The Wii balance board. No. We do not need him. We're good. We're fine without him. I don't think we would put in a lot of these guys. Doc, I feel like Doc would be fun as a taunt. Wii balance board is a stage. Yeah, if Little Mac is maybe, all these guys are no. I kind of feel the same way. Glass Joe's iconic. This guy's iconic. Sandman's iconic. E Honda, Popinski, and this fucker. I feel like King Hippo would be like another maybe, but he would get in if Little Mac didn't get in. Yeah, King Hippo's the only one that's iconic enough. E Honda, yeah. He wouldn't get in though. He's not as iconic as King Hippo. Matt from the Mii's? No. The Dark Lord from Utopia. Piston Hondo. My bad, bro. My bad. Dark Lord would not get in. Okay. I've already put the Mii's in as yes. But I think we could do better with them. And I love that this guy added the Mii Scientist and then the Mii Mage. Because in Miitopia, you've got a lot of options, right? And I think if they added 2 extra classes into the game, that would be fucking cool. Yeah, Matt as a cameo trophy, I agree. I'm not going to put these guys in because in my mind, in my little head canon of this list, I'm taking these 2 and making them fighter classes in this group. So it's like, you've got me fighter, sword fighter, gunner, mage, and scientist. Or even just mage, you know? But yeah, Matt's definitely not getting in. Miss Pac-Man, that's a skin. I'm surprised it's not already a skin, personally, but a meme, if you will. Pac-Man Jr.? That's probably also just gonna be a skin. This fucker from Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures is a no. And the ghosts are good assist trophies. I feel like Pac-Man as it is right now is perfect. Because you've got Pac-Man, but you're not going to add any other characters. Pac-Man is the rep for Pac-Man. But what else we got? Yeah, that's the villain from Pac-Man World, yeah. We don't need that guy. We actually want to forget Pac-Man World ever existed. Well, actually, not Pac-Man World, my bad. I meant like Ghostly Adventures. We want to forget Ghostly Adventures. Pac-World's fine. If anything, that guy would be a stage hazard, but I don't know. That's that's Brigid, the Jewel of More Ordain. I was still looking at the Pac-Man guy. I'm like, that's his name? Here's the thing about Xenoblade. I know you're like, we've got a Xenoblade guy here. I don't think a majority of the Xenoblade characters would get in because we've already got Shulk and Pyra and Mithra are maybe, and I feel like, yeah, the protagonists are the only ones that need to be in. I 100% agree. Because, like, these guys are cool, and I know some of them are, like, really popular. I think like one of them. Oh, where is it? I don't even know which one I'm thinking of. I know that some of these guys are really iconic. And like some characters, like this girl right here, I know is popular because I've seen people really like her character. So like maybe this one, maybe this guy. I know I've seen him around. Probably not to her, but I've seen her before. This guy, this is just Rex. But we don't need him because he's in Pyra/Mythra, and they're just a maybe. Probably not for this one. Probably not for that one. Nah, and nah. I hope that's fair, because I don't know anything. I don't know shit about Xenoblade. Okay, Mio is a protagonist. Okay, this is her. The Mio, this is her, and Noah. Okay, these two are the pro tags for Xeno 3. Okay, Noah and Mio? Okay, good. I wanted to make sure because I know I've seen those two. Okay. Do you think that they would do better as individual fighters? Or would it be like a team-up thing? Or would it be like only one of them deserves to be in? If you could only pick one, who would it be? It would be a duo character? Alright. Because it sounds like they do just fight together, right? But, you know, I'll put them next to the Pyra/Mythra thing. Because if we're having two duo characters for Xenoblade reps, I feel like Pyra/Mythra would probably get in before these two. Not because these guys are bad, but yeah, I don't know. Xenoblade's tough because each game is so wildly different from what I've heard. But we'll keep them in maybe for now. We'll keep them in maybe. They'll be up here, safe and sound. But now we're on to Street Fighter. We're on to a lot of fighting games, actually. So there's going to be a lot of stuff in here. I'm going to go just off the cuff based on, like, you know, iconography and uniqueness. No. Akuma would be like a maybe. Solid maybe for Akuma. Probably not for this guy. No for Balrog. No for Blanca. Cammy is like also a maybe, but she's behind Chun-Li. And Chun-Li 100% deserves to be in. I don't think, like I said this before, Ken is a maybe just because it's, you know, Ken. But if I could swap out Ken for Chun-Li, I'd do it in a heartbeat. Ryu and Chun-Li are like, those are the Street Fighter reps. If I could do without every other Street Fighter character, then like that's an easy pick for me. Cammy is a maybe just because she's like iconic. DJ is super cool. So is Dhalsim. Honestly, so is E Honda. Da-da-da. Guile. Yep. It's tough to find somebody as iconic as Ryu and Chun-Li. You know? That's the problem. Maybe Luke, just because he's like they're like pushing him to be a new main character in Street Fighter, I guess. M. Bison, also a maybe. I'll put him up here. I'll put him next to Ken and Akuma. You know for a fact that this guy has put in a Fortnite rep? I can tell you for sure there is a Fortnite rep on this list. You are not wrong. Alright, there's that guy. Bob Saget, probably not. Sakura? Honestly, maybe? But she's probably not going to get in, just because we've already got, like, Ryu and Chun-Li, you know? Seth, this guy, Vega, Zangief? honestly, okay, my personal opinion, when I think Street Fighter, if I had to pick a top three in terms of just like repping the series, I would unironically pick Ryu, Chun-Li, and probably Zangief over every other character. Just because he's very unique, you know? Akuma to me is like big evil Ryu. Bison is like, I mean, he's cool, but he gives me Magneto vibes. It would be between like Bison and Zangief in terms of iconicness. Bison would probably be above him, but it's tied for me with these two. Ryu, Chun-Li, and Zangief would be top picks for Street Fighter. That's what I'm saying. Like, could you imagine the three of them just duking it out? Ryo is from Art of Fighting, not Street Fighter. That's right, that's right. Okay, we're at Final Fantasy. We've already got Cloud and Sephiroth. So I feel like I would love to add, honestly, the rest of these three. Because they are all amazing picks. They're all amazing characters. But also, Final Fantasy is more than just Final Fantasy VII. Which is the tough part, because Final Fantasy VII is the most popular one. So, I know that Squall and Titus are like big characters. Also, we've got Dracula Guy, and I think, is Kate Sith on here? No, they're not. But then we've got like other Cloud. They got Black Mage on here twice. I think this is supposed to be Black Mage in general, and this is supposed to be Black Mage from one of the Final Fantasy spin-offs where they're like a character. Or like one of the Final Fantasy games where they're a character, you know? I'm immediately going to say no to the people I have no idea who they are, though. I think that just goes easy. I know that she's a protagonist, so I'll keep her. And Noctis. Oh, wait, no, yeah. Wait, is this guy Noctis? This is Noctis. Is it? No. No, wait a minute. Prince, yeah, this is Noctis. Who the fuck is this guy? That's the guy from 10, but I don't know his name. Probably not her. This guy's also from 7. Probably not this, or this, or this, or this, or this, or this. I know she's from 10, so I'll put her up here. And then there's Bayonetta stuff. Personal opinion, I would add a Chocobo Moogle. like Moogle on top of a Chocobo as a character. But I don't know. Black Mage, I'm gonna rank him over here. I would love to add Black Mage as a character. That's an inspired choice. I think it's a great choice, yeah. Black Mage as a character, I think would be really cool. I'm surprised they don't have Cactar, you know? No Cactar rep in my Smash Brothers? Black Mage would be cool. I'll put Black Mage as a maybe. But this is what I'm saying. It's really tough, because I can't think of any other characters to like truly rep Final Fantasy as well as Cloud and Sephiroth. Black Mage, Chocobo, and Moogle come the closest in my opinion. My mom's here, say hi. Hi, Mom. If anything, I think Chocobo and Moogle would be great assist trophies. I feel like they're better as that instead of a fighter, you know? That way there's always a chance for a little bit of showing off. This would be a skin for Cloud. If you know anything about Final Fantasy VII, I think that's a nice pick for a skin. Black Mage, I think that's just a skin for regular Black Mage, but I'll put maybe like right next to each other. Yeah, I'm probably not going to do any of these. But Tifa, Barret, and Aerith are like so iconic. That's the tough part. They're probably not going to be fighters though. Which, it hurts. It hurts to see that. Because I love all of these guys. Could you imagine playing a Smash Brothers match where you're playing as Cloud, Tifa, Aerith, and Barret? That would be so cool. Now for Bayonetta. I don't think this guy would get in. Or this guy, or this guy. I know that this is basically this is like Dante's brother to Bayonetta's sister. Like this is like if Dante was in Smash, you would have to add Virgil. This is the Virgil to Bayonetta, you know. Jan should be a skin. That's what I was thinking though, because I don't know if she's unique enough. They're not siblings that kiss a lot. Okay. I'm a little concerned why you know so much about who kisses who in video games, but I'm not going to question it more. I know this guy is like the guy who does the portals, I think. I think, but I don't know. And I know that this one's from Bayonetta 3. Interesting pick. I'm gonna put young Bayonetta as, or I think her name's Cerise. I'm gonna put her as maybe, because they have that spin-off Bayonetta game where it's like a storybook kind of thing, where young Bayonetta, yeah, Cerise has a dog. Well, it's Cheshire, yeah. I think that could be a really cool kind of like summon character, but I don't know if it would be good for a fighter though. So that's why she's in maybe. Yeah, I forgot it's a cat. Yeah. I was like, that's a weird fucking dog. Ma, there's a weird fucking cat outside. it's just Cheshire. So ever disparaging cats by comparing one to a dog, honestly. Here's Splatoon. I don't think most of these guys would be fighters, but I do think these would be great. My cat is listening, he's gonna get mad. These guys would be great. Where the fuck did they go? Where did they go? They were just here! Where did they actually go? They disappeared. Oh, there they are. Oh my god. I thought I lost you. Squid Sisters, I love their assist trophy. Still definitely should be there. They really put Flyfish here? Yeah. Same thing with these guys. Octolite, yeah, these are just skins. Easy skin options. There we go. I'm scrolling so much. Off the Hook could have an assist trophy. That's just Inkling's final smash. Ugh. There's so much scrolling. You know what? Now that I've got a nice even number here, well, actually, we're almost done with the re-reps, so we'll keep going. Alucard, definitely, I think, should be in the game as another Castlevania rep for sure. I know it's two blonde guys, but I think Alucard is a good second option for the Castlevania series. Way more than Richter. Is Alucard blonde? It's like a platinum. I don't think he has white hair. Two blonde. Can't believe this. Dracula, that's a stage hazard. I mean, he's already in the game. It's a stage hazard, but we're just going to keep it that way. This is, I think, the protagonist from the PS3 Castlevania games, but him and the rest of the Castlevania characters I don't think would be reps. I know these guys are from the Netflix show, but that's technically not a video game, so... Oh, he's a boss, yeah. Okay, Persona. I don't think... Well, I have Joker as a maybe. So, I feel like if there's gonna be any character that joins him, it would probably be like this girl from Persona 5. Because she's like... She's really push. I see that fuck-ass cat. Yeah, protagonists only. There's this guy from 3. No, this guy's from 4. This guy's from 3. Yeah. Yeah, maybe for these two. But everybody else, I feel like, you might not need them. Probably not for these guys. No for all these guys. Old man in the chair. Akechi. What's her face? What's her face? Probably not. Probably no for all the rest of these guys. Even though my love. I mean, never mind. Fuck ass cat as an assist trophy where he just annoys me. Looking cool, Joker. I love him. He's great. They didn't even include Yukiko. I guess this guy just has a thing against fun. Alright. But Persona was pretty easy. Dragon Quest, I feel like, is also going to be easy. This is just going to be a skin for Hero. Where are the other Hero skins? There they are. We got to get the Dragon Ball rep in there, which is why Hero is staying in Smash. But the rest of these characters, I don't think we need them. Kind of like it's a Xenoblade situation. We really just... You just need the protagonist. Is this guy a character or is he like a protagonist? I don't know. It doesn't really matter. King Slime, Stage Hazard. Dragon Ball rep, that's what I'm saying. This is the Dragon Ball rep. And probably not for that guy. Old man. Da, 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 da. Slime as an item. Or just like another Stage Hazard. They're iconic. Maybe like a Mr. Saturn. You pick them up and you throw. I got food. I can't type while eating. That's okay. Just yell it at the screen and I'll listen. Bottles? Nah. Gruntilda? I think if Banjo and Kazooie do get added, where did I put them? Where did I put those fuck-ass bear and bird? Where did they actually go? Oh, there they are. If Banjo and Kazooie get in, I think I would add Gruntilda. But for now, they're just in maybes. I'll come back to them. But probably no for the rest of these guys, except for maybe Mumbo Jumbo, but I feel like he'd be a better assist trophy. But I think we're chilling with that. This is SNK, and I don't think I would add anyone from here, except for like maybe Mai. Because honestly, in my opinion, and this isn't just like Gooner mentality, but I think Mai is more iconic to SNK than Terry. But this guy did not add Mai. So SNK is a wash. Nobody's getting added. Except for maybe like Geese, but like, or like this guy. But I don't think anybody else would get added. Terry's definitely more iconic. I don't know, like just casually I saw a lot more of Mai in just like general talk. But Mai, yeah, it's like Terry and Mai would be like the Ryu and Chun-Li. I don't think anyone would get added from ARMS. Terry is the guy, that is true. I don't think anybody would get added from ARMS. I think Nintendo would remove... I don't think Nintendo would have anybody from ARMS and they would straight up remove um, Ramen Girl from the next game. If they were gonna try again, they would make Springman a character. But I don't think they would do that. Because it's ARMS. So that was easy. I don't think anyone would get added from Minecraft either. I think Creeper would be a great assist trophy. That would be fun. Like, you just spawn a creeper and it walks around and blows people up. That would be really scary, actually. Creeper as an assist trophy. Ender Dragon as a stage hazard. I mean, come on, guys. I'm cooking. The end as a stage where the Ender Dragon flies around and you're, like, stuck between two end pillars or something. Ooh. The Iron Golem. You would also be an assist trophy. It just makes too much sense. This fuck-ass guy? I'm not even putting him in as a skin, dude. Get that guy out of here. Pig, that would be like background character. Skeleton would be a fun assist trophy. Just randomly shooting you with an arrow. Villager, that's a background character. Snow Golem, I feel like would just operate the same as a skeleton, so I don't think we need to double dip. Warden, I think that would be a terrifying assist trophy. I have no idea how it would work though. Iron and Snow Golem could be a new Steve move where you build and summon them. That would be pretty cool. Like if you were somehow able to summon a pumpkin. Like if a pumpkin is as rare as as like finding diamonds when you're mining, then you could like build an iron T shape and then spawn with a pumpkin golem. I don't know how that would work. It would be crazy though. Pigman zombie, nah. Wither, probably nah. Piglin, nah. And then the magic guy, probably not. I think we'll keep it iconic. Tekken characters, a lot of these are gonna be no. Not because I don't like them, but because it's like they're not that iconic. Not as much as Kazuya. Heihachi though, I feel like is a solid maybe. Maybe even a swap out for Kazuya, because Heihachi is like Mr. Tekken. But hey, you know, Kazuya is here for like the 3D different type of fighter rep than Ryu, like a different gameplay style. But everybody else, maybe like Jin as well. But then everybody else, except for maybe King and Kuma, because I love Kuma. King and Kuma are like my personal favorites, but I don't think they would get into the game. Everybody else, I know that they're like cool characters or they're important, but I do not think that I would add them to my Smash game. And now we're at the rest. Well, actually, we've got Kingdom Hearts. My bad. Sora's already a maybe, so I don't think anybody would get added, except for maybe Aqua and Axel and Riku and Roxas. I feel like these four would be more like they're unique enough, but also like definitely not the fucking Disney characters. We're not spending, if we're already doing Sora for $5 billion to put him in Smash 6, the chances of putting Donald Duck and Goofy and Mickey Mouse in there would bankrupt Nintendo. There's no fucking way that they would ever get in. Same thing with Kairi and everybody else, the OG trio, and Xion. Xion's not getting Yeah, Riku would be like a maybe with Rox. Yeah, Riku and Roxas's skins could be interesting. But also Sora is in the maybe section because I was like, yeah, Sakurai didn't want them, not because of Disney. Oh, really? Sakurai was just like, nah, I don't want that kitty shit in my game. Yeah, if by some chance they actually got in it, that would be cool. But I'm putting Sora in maybe. If he gets in, then we can revisit the Kingdom Hearts characters. But maybe tier is growing. I'm gonna have to deliberate a whole fucking lot. But for now, this is what we've got. We've made it to the end of a big section of the list. We've gone through all the games that have already been represented. Those extra characters, we've just gone through them. So what comes next, and I'm going to save that for another stream, the rest of these characters are all new franchises and new characters from those franchises. So we've got a whole lot. We've got some bangers, we've got some stinkers, and we've got a lot of strong opinions. Because this isn't just like, oh, don't worry about it. If we don't add fucking Roxas, it's fine because there's Sora. Or if we don't add Piranha Plant, it's fine because we have Mario. If these characters don't get in, they're not repping their franchise, you know? So I'm thinking even, but yes, that was Club Penguin. I'm thinking even more heavily on like what deserves to be here, right? And yes, there at the very bottom, what we have to look forward to are video game characters. I mean, not characters that did not originate from video games. I do not think I don't think they're gonna get in because they didn't originate from a video game. I'm gonna keep that mentality. But the idea of seeing Mario fight Shrek is hilarious. But that'll be the end of the next stream. But we've got a lot to do before we get there. I think we start with kind of Nintendo things, and then we just get into the weird shit. Like fucking Clash of Clans, and Cookie Run, and Klonoa, Mortal Kombat, Overwatch, Ubisoft. Can we skip ahead for Miku? Nah, we gotta wait. I know Miku's awesome, but we'll wait. We'll hold off. Because she deserves love. She deserves to we'll build up to Miku. But I think that was some beautiful progress that we made. And so far, Walter White! It's just so many new things. But so far, based on the franchises that have already been in Smash, and the characters we've already had, this is our roster. We've got Mario, Luigi, Peach and Daisy, Wario and Waluigi, and Rosalina. Bowser Jr., Paper Mario, and Baby Mario and Baby Luigi. And then we've got Yoshi and Kamek. Already, I think that's perfect. I don't think we need any more Mario characters. I think you've hit the best. DK, Diddy, and Dixie, and K. Rool. I think we're cooking. 2 Links, Zelda, Sheik, Ganondorf, Wolf Link, and Skull Kid. Samus, Zero Suit, and Ridley. The Kirby Quadrilogy. Fox, but no Falco. We'll come back to the maybes. Pikachu, Mewtwo, Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard. These 3 are going to be part of the Pokemon Trainer. And then Garchomp and Tinkaton for the new reps. I think those are cool. You'd remove Zero Suit Samus. I think it adds some variety for the Metroid people. But this isn't set in stone. We've still got a whole lot of characters to go through. Captain Falcon. You got your 4 Fire Emblem reps. Game & Watch, Pit, Snake, and We've got some like duos here actually. We got Snake and oh my god, I'm blanking. I'm fucking blanking. Oh god, Raiden. Don't type it. Don't type it. Don't type it. But I already did it. I already said it. You can't. Don't put in his name, please. Sonic and Shadow, Olimar, Villager, Mega Man. I know. I did it. I said it. I said it already. I just had a little brain fart. There's a lot of characters on here. Pac-Man, Shulk, Ryu, Chun-Li, Cloud, Sephiroth, Bayonetta, Inkling, Castlevania, fucking Simon, Alucard, Hero, Steve, Kazuya, and the Mii's. That's a solid lineup, right? I think that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68. We got 68 characters. I think we're cooking. We're cooking with 68. Which is still less than Smash Ultimate. We've cut a lot of the wheat from the chaff. And obviously we're going to deliberate over... 68 base roster is pretty good. I think that was as many... I think, Incineroar was like the last base roster rep for Smash? Or something like that. He was like number 69. -1 in the world ends. Yeah, we're not... I'm so glad that I didn't do 69 or 67. It's like right in the sweet spot of neither meme. Like we're barely not memeing. We're barely not memeing. We're gonna deliberate the maybes once we've gone through the entire roster. But we've got a whole lot of fucking no's. And in fact, I'm gonna move the no's to the top of the list. Okay. Genuinely, what the fuck does 6-7 mean? It does not mean anything. It legitimately means nothing. From what I know, 6-7 was a voice clip thing that appeared in a Skrillex song. And then people used that Skrillex song for like highlight videos of football games, right? Where it would be like, yo, look at this cool play, and then have the music going over it. And then the best part of the song is when the voice goes like 6-7, and then there's like a breakdown or whatever. But because that audio was memed a lot, yeah, it's a football meme, yeah. But because the audio was used so much for football highlight videos, it was used for like other sports, and then it was used for like other videos in general where like something cool happened. And then it just became kind of funny that the voice said 6-7, and that in and of itself became a meme because it was funny of like how the guy says it or something like that. So now my coworker said we were 67 books short for an order, and I had to genuinely hold in my laughter because me and my friend kept unironically finding it funny. That's the thing, right? Because 6-7 is... It's not like 21, you know? Because 21 is funny because of the meme that it's associated with. Where it's like, what's 9 plus 10? 21? You stupid. And it's funny because, like, it's 21. 69, same thing, because it's a joke based on the number of like the position of sex or whatever, and that's why it's funny, because it's like, haha, that's the sex number. And 420 because weed, you know. And I know we've moved on from like the MLG Snoop Dogg 360 no scope era of memes, but 420 is still kind of funny in like a lame way. 6-7 is just... Yeah, I do miss MLG a lot. Like Shrek being the funniest fucking thing with Doritos and Mountain Dew. And like, oh my god! Oh, baby, a triple! Like, that kind of shit. It's stupid. But it's so funny. still, that's what it's like being an adult. Yeah, I miss MLG, but 6-7 is, I guess, the newest one, except the context for it, in my opinion, is like really weak. Yeah, the world leaves you behind and memes become unfunny. I still, okay, I'm gonna be honest, a year ago at my job, the thermometer was like on the side of the wall, right? And my boss, literally my supervisor walked over and was like, what is the temperature in here? It's so hot. Like, I'm sweating over here. And then someone else was like standing right next to her, and she looked over. I was like, oh, it looks like it's 69 degrees. And I didn't even think about it. I straight up went, ha! Because I thought it was funny because it was 69 degrees in the office. And I got stared at by my boss and like her superior. And I had to like shut up immediately because I had no self-control. 69 still gets me. 420 sometimes still gets me. 21 still gets me. 67 though, probably not. That is something I would do low key. It's funny. I can't help it. But yeah. Ran a game with a main character that has a 69 on his shirt the whole time. Hell yeah. But yeah, so far... Oh, thank God I don't have to scroll nearly as far. I moved the no up to here, right? And I'm going to add a new tier below it. And we're going to call it No 2. And so as we're going through the second batch, we will fill out No 2. And then we'll move all the no's up to the top. And then that way we don't have to scroll nearly as far to get to the yeses. But I'll do that next stream. It probably won't be for a few days. I might be able to do it on like Tuesday or Thursday, but I don't know if I'd be able to get through all of it in the time I have. So I don't know. If I'm not able to do the next stream on Tuesday or Thursday, I will 100% do the next stream next Saturday for sure. That way we can finish out this list, and then we'll get to the good shit. Because here's my plan. After I get through the rest of these characters, I'm then going to obviously like go through the maybe characters and sift through those. But then I had a cool idea. However many characters I have left, I'm going to be like, this is my roster. And if it has like 100 characters or something, then cool, good for me. I have 100 characters. I think it would be a fun experiment to then do a roster of the characters that I picked, but with the size of the previous Smash games. So if I have like 100 characters in my Connor Smash Brothers, then who would I have to remove to get down to the 89 or something that are in Smash Ultimate? Or who would I have to remove to get down to the 50 something from Smash Wii U? Or who would I remove to get down to the size of Brawl, which is like 40, or Melee, which is like 30, or Smash 1, which is fucking 12. So I think it would be a fun final stream experiment to kind of narrow it down at the very end and get to the core of who I think are the most iconic Smash Brothers characters if I was to make the roster for the specific sizes of those games. But that's for another time. That's like 2 streams down the road. For now, we are simply going to be doing the rest of the other characters on the next stream. But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream though. That's all I had planned. My booty is hurting because I've been sitting for the last, how long have I been sitting? 3 hours. So I think I gotta stand up and stretch my ass muscles. So, you know, I don't have like cramps or whatever. Also, I'm hungry. So, good night. Good night, everybody. Good night. Y'all have a great evening. And I will see y'all in the next stream. Probably, most likely, going to be next Saturday. But maybe Tuesday or Thursday. Possibly. I have no idea. But anyway, thanks for sticking around. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody. Bye. Go tell your mother you love her. Go tell your father you love him. Go say hi to all your siblings. Eat good foods.